Happy Saturday, y'all. So I decided it's the perfect time to go back to why all of the distractions. Chaos has been just popping off one way or another. And again, most of it makes no sense. Most of it's pretty much nonsensical bullshit. We might have to go in. It's a little windy out here. We probably will end up going in anyways. It's like a 98 degrees here today. And hotter than hell, but the wind picked up, so don't mind the wind for a moment. But I want to take us back again, rewind. Why are we here and why are all the distractions needed? And I think it's a perfect time to remind people of the chaos that has ensued since September and use their own words to show people why are all of the intentional distractions happening? Because it is. I mean, some of the plaintiffs are just, in my opinion, completely idiotic. But I think there's also a purpose for why they are drawing attention away from what is going on into the drama. I truly believe that there's a mission to the madness. And yes, one of them is considered a liability to the team. But I have a feeling they are kind of preoccupying her intentionally, like, oh no, go respond to that, like encouraging her to respond to things because they're in way over their heads here. So basically, we're just going to go back and rewind a little bit and remind everybody of the bullshit that they've been doing since September. So let's get going. And just before we get started, I did not forget we are going to do the value recaps, but I decided, well, actually, somebody else suggested it, to do it on Sunday right before trial starts again on Monday. Just kind of do a once over of the first week all together. And I was like, that's actually perfect. So we will be doing that tomorrow afternoon. I've already got the live set up. So that we will just kind of go over a recap of like the big events from court last week before the value trial. And chances are, because this week is going to be crazy too for me personally, I don't know if I'll be able to do nightly recaps. That was my goal, but life happens and I just haven't been able to keep up. So I will probably do maybe a midweek catch up and then another weekend catch up. It is wild, but I'm so excited. I am officially going on vacation in 2 weeks and I am so excited. It'll actually be a true vacation. Usually Kyle and I, like, yeah, we go to the races and stuff, but every time like we've gone anywhere, it's usually for a job or we travel for work or something like that. So this is like a true actual, we're not going somewhere for a job. And I am super excited, a little anxious, but super excited. Hey, Pika. Hey, Duchess. Hey, S. Francisco. And of course, I'm going to take you guys along. I'm going to take the GoPro and we're going to go explore. Hey, Riverhouse. Hey, Connie. Hey, FarQ. Thor. Denise. Oh, there's something else I want to address in the very beginning of this, too. Just because grown adults think I should bow to anybody. Hey, Catherine. Chatty. Duchess. Ro. Oh, Dutch, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see. I wasn't looking. Ran and got groceries and got the kids fed, got the dogs fed. I got laundry put in the dryer. I've been running all over the hell, but I'll look at it when I play this first video. Hey Aries, hey Auntie M, Moxie's mom. I just saw some of you guys. And Breaking Chains. Hey Steph, hey Jay for Justice. Hey Parody Street, hey TK. Revival. Note to self. Sorry, let me speed my ass up. Hey Carla. I'm out of practice. Hey Lucia. DeJennifer. Lippy. I know there's chaos going on. Hey Brit Focus. Hey Tally Girl. Tally Girl, did you see what I said about the Valor? Hopefully you were here for that. Tomorrow afternoon. Hey Lacey Ann. I think it's very intentional too. Look over here, not over there. Lucia, Teresa, JC, Proud Mimi, Green Eyed PI. I try to say hi as much as I can in the beginning because it's hard to keep up with comments, and we got a shit ton. I got us a playlist put together. So, hey Janelle, hey Beautifully Anxious. You're tired, you've been channel hopping. Hey Tuesday's Dead. Hey Ree, I can't keep up, you guys. Hey Chantel. Hey Dreams. I popped into Jay's this morning and I was like, holy shit. I had heard things popped off last night, but I didn't know, and wow. Hey Rocky. But I'll be honest, like, some of that shit with that one. Hey Midnight Star or Angel Star. Hey Marcy, Haley, Juju B. I'll show you why I think she's spiraling. Hey Banana Pug. And I'm talking about BJ. Hey Chai. Ohana. Okay, so I think I got hey Darby. Oh, Tuesday's Dead. Aries, I'm sorry. Hey Jen's Mess. Lippy. Shit goes crazy. Hey Mercedes Girl. Hey Laura. Okay. Hey Lunatic. I think I got everybody. And I think the Karen Reed trial, I hate saying that. Justice for John O'Keefe. I think the trial starts this coming week too. Hey Mayor. Hey Mayor. Kimberly. I can't even talk tonight. Hey Midwest. I'm so excited to take you guys with me because you guys are going to get to do and see some firsts for me. Hey Socks too. The boys are up to no good. If you know, you know. The boys always end up like, they get together and then next thing I know, I'm getting sent pictures and I'm like, oh, what's happening? Oh, we're going on family vacay. I see. Hey Tammy's Clips. Hoodie and the Crowbar. That is for you. You're the one that tells me that all the time. Hey Taste and Mace. Hey to Elizabeth. Cat's Eye, Petunia, Lavender, Cheryl, Sasha, Angel the Chips, Delco, Serenity, Yoga Mama. Clue said something hilarious about me. Oh goodness. Hey Cat's Eye. That's part of the reason I want to address something because I've been getting so much like, oh my God, how dare you go over to her channel? How dare you go here or there? I'm fucking 42 years old. Let me be very clear with everybody. If you are a creator and you are trying to figure out everything that's going on, if you don't actively participate, and by the way, all you bitches are there too. You're just hiding in the bushes or under your alt. So stop fucking trying to follow me around and shame me for going in chats. You guys are fucking weird. If I want to be a part of an active conversation wherever, whenever, I'm going to. And I sure as hell am not going to cower to some random fucking strangers on the internet. Did you hear me? Okay, can we just get this weird shit out of the universe? This whole, oh my God, I saw so-and-so and so-and-so's chat. The fuck? Donna, you have been doing amazing. I just wanted to, baby, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing good. I've been thinking about you recently. Hey, Zero. Hey, Shauna L. Barbara, yeah, I caught a little bit of it. Hey, Starlight. Yeah, Tammy, she's been showing it for quite a while. Hey, Cuddly Cactus. Hey, Just Debbie. Good, Mercedes Girl. I'm glad you unplugged and rested. I've been trying to do that myself, but I have been trying to like catch up on things that I don't understand. And that means I'm going to go places. Or if I know something that adds to a piece and somebody asks me to go, hey, will you go explain this? I will. I'm a grown ass woman. Hey, Music City Mom. Hey, Terry. Hey, Kathy. Ain't got no time for BS. I'm just so sick of it. Butter. I haven't said yet, Terry, but I'll text you. Hey, Stormy. I'm just so sick of it. Like the whole following me to chat shit is fucking weird. It's weird. It's so weird. Lacey Ann, that's one thing I will always say about her. You don't have to agree with her on shit. You guys have seen me and her go toe to toe. But at least she is 100% what you see is what you get. There's none of this fucking bullshit about it. I can respect that more than I can some of the behind the scenes fuckery that some of these people pretend that they're not involved in when they're doing the most fucking bullshit behind the scenes. I'd rather have somebody be outwardly who they are than fucking running around behind the scenes doing all the shady shit. Yeah, there's a lot of that. I hate that shit. And I'm so sick of people. I'm 42 years old. My mama don't tell me what to do. My daddy don't tell me what to do. My other half don't tell me what to do. Kenzie does. Kenzie tells me what to do. I mean, there's that. But I don't do that to you guys unless you're in chats actively like shit talking me. And then I'll let you play in my face for a little while and then I'll say something. But otherwise, you guys are grown adults. Hey, Wheelby. But this whole fucking weird shit of us creators, like, oh my God. Fucking, I'm grown. I'm grown. Hey, Snowflakes Nightmare. I feel like I haven't seen you guys all week. Hey, Kathy 4. Right? Hey, me. Okay, we're going to have to probably go in because it is a little windy. We'll go sit in my bed. Hey, Rocky. Absolutely, she is, Rocky. I'll give you guys a clue. I will be going to the East Coast for the first time. It's about a 5-hour plane ride from where I am. Oh, shit, Revival. God. Hey, Lippy. Thank you for being a member, Lippy. Oh, I loved that, Shauna. I loved her video. And it's really crazy because I was just telling somebody, I was like, I was telling Pika, me and Pika were talking right before Lynn went live. And I said, this is the perfect because I was planning on doing this and she was segueing that way. And I was like, oh, I'm going to bounce right off of Lynn, breaking chains. Again, you guys know how much respect I have for her content. She's great. Hey, Eastern girls. Okay. Yeah, you guys don't let anybody. She sits there and like tries to diminish all of us. And then they say, don't let anybody tell you what to do or cower to anybody. Bitch, shut the fuck up. There you go. Disorderly conduct. There you go. And I'm not hiding under alts either. Let me be very clear. I don't. I had one alt once, one or two alts. I got bored with that. I'd rather just, if I have something to say, I'm going to fucking say it. Hey, Margaret Allen. Hey, Coco. Lee the Bee. I got shamed for going into Jay's and when Molly was on panel. And anybody that knows, like, Granny got Molly to admit her mod was passing my docs around. Like, sometimes there's a mission to the madness too. And it's like fucking crazy. Teresa, ding, ding, ding. Hey, Hindsight. Nope, no races. Kim, I am. East Coast, but very south. Very, very south. Like, very south. I'm going to the Keys. I'll just tell you guys. We're going to the Keys. Hey, Stormy. South Florida. Hey, never say never. Hey, Polish. Lee the Bee, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Why are you singing Mary Poppins? I don't know. I am going to Florida for the first time. Yep. Hey, Tara. Hey, Jill.
Did you guys see Benson Boone's
performance
at Coachella?
Here she is.
Bohem, how do you say?
Oh,
do you know what I'm talking about?
There's Kyle. What? No. What are you?
This guy.
Okay, can you get your interrupting done right out of the way?
What's his face?
Huh? Benson Boone?
No, can you read?
Bohemian Rhapsody? Queen. Don't get me canceled, dude.
No.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
That's Queen.
For him, though.
Do you have anything else you want to add before you? Am I allowed to do my live now? Hey, Liberty Farmer. Hey, babe. Hey, X. Thank you for being a member for 11 months. Hey, Anyaka. I know, Lisa Ann, I'll be like 6 hours from her. Trust and believe. I was like, that was my first question. Leave the bee. I'm a little afraid of the humidity. A little afraid. I'll be okay, though. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, Lynn's great. You guys are going to get to go experience it with us for the first time. Kyle's been to Florida before, but I haven't. No, we're not getting married on this trip. You guys are so funny. All right. Hey, Lurker. Ooh, Lurker. I hope you're enjoying our 100-degree weather. No, Arizona's dry heat, Tammy. We have like zero humidity unless it's monsoon season. But hey, whoopsie made an oopsie. All right, let's roll. Let's do it. Thank you all for joining me, by the way. Duchess, that will be one of my next trips for sure. Kyle already knows I always talk about that. I'm like, I want to go visit Duchess. I want to go see Miss Leah. I've heard Tara Leah. Good, Lurker. I'm so glad you deserved that so much. You're flying to Kentucky and then Florida. Cuddly Cactus. That's amazing. I'm excited. All right. Enough about that. Let's go. Oh, and by the way, just so can we start the rumors already? Who's paying for this vacation? I mean, truly, Kenzie is? You're paying for it this time? Okay. So Kenzie chose that she gets to be blamed for paying for this vacation for us. So usually I was going to pick some random sub on the internet because that's who usually gets blamed for paying for my shit. So any of you guys can take credit for it. Whoever wants. Cash got the last one. So, and Cash bought my car. So whoever wants to claim that they paid for this, feel free. Start all the rumors. But can you add to it that they really did this? So they're in hopes that I get ate by an alligator. Watch, I'm going to get fucking attacked by an alligator or some god-awful snake because I keep making a joke out of it. You'll take credit. Okay, you guys got it. Yeah, Cash pays all. You guys know this. Come on. I mean, he's been on vacation himself. Thank God. He so deserves it. So much so, but absolutely, Lippy. Sure, hell, why not? It's our world. We live by the internet, right? Everything that you hear on the internet's true, right? So why not? All right, let's roll. So if you haven't been seeing recently, the reason I'm going back here too is because Kyle's AI. I know that. I think that's, let's see. Hold on. Babe, where are you? I know you're here somewhere. Let me find your profile pics again. So that's actually Kyle. Duchess put Kyle through the AI. Duchess made Kyle pretty. Kyle does. Like that's actually Kyle, but with just a really Enrico Suave haircut and Botox. But that's Cantonio with his beard cleaned up and his really nice hair. Duchess ran him through AI and it took the wrinkles out and gave him a swanky haircut. But otherwise, that's the Cantonio. Yeah, he's pretty good to look at. She made him into, I don't even know. You guys have him with a tinfoil hat and all sorts of stuff like that. I'm excited, Kathy. I'm really excited. I'm excited to share with you. We're staying on the Gulf side, though. The place we're staying at is on the Gulf side. It's got a canal. It's on the canal right into the Gulf. I mean, I think it's like 5 minutes from the other side, though, pretty much. So I don't know. It is what it is. Kyle liked he liked it. Okay. Sorry. Random. You guys are so sweet. Air Force Vet. It was 100 degrees yesterday and 98 today. So AtNight intelligence. The reason I'm pulling this up is you guys have probably seen this already, but I have a problem with this. I have a major problem with this. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Why do you come in here and ask me the most stupid and dumb questions. So first and foremost, what do you consider support? Secondly, if you come in here and want an answer about who I support and why I support and what I support, I expect you to have a list and tell me under your real account, not some fucking fake alt, who it is that you support, because chances are you support people that I find to be horrifically disgusting, real lifers, predatory behavior, things of that nature. So, I mean, if you want to come in here and give me a list of every channel that you support underneath your real name, we can have that discussion. Otherwise, mind your fucking business and I'll mind mine. Thank you. That's not Aries. No, there's another one right here. I'm friends. Oh, are you going to tell me who I sit with again and tell me who I'm friends with? Please do. Please. We haven't had that happen in forever. Shit, you guys have accused me of being friends with people that I never even fucking liked, but carry on. Mods, if they get under your skin, you can block them. Otherwise, let them be. So you see this little billboard that they're putting up here? Who took me, missing teen, up to $447,000. What's this up to? Huh? What's this? What is this? They started this shit the other day. Here's their supposed billboards that they're putting around. So this is AtNight's. This is from the 9th. Sebastian vanished the night of February 25th, 2024, after leaving Texas Roadhouse in Hendersonville, Tennessee. The public must remember no evidence supports that he is deceased. Oh, but half the team has been saying that you're looking for pieces. Bullhorn Betty. We remain driven by the conviction that he is alive and that someone knows the truth. I mean, Chris and Katie have been encouraging people to continue to remain hopeful and keep the faith all along, but okay. We urge the public to stay vigilant, stay alert, and stand sturdy for Sebastian. Every tip, every moment of awareness, and every eye on this case counts. If seen, dial 911. If seen overseas, contact the nearest American embassy or consulate. Crime and terror have a global reach, and so does the FBI. Sumner County Sheriff's Office, information, or you can please don't contact the dog. Sebastian is still out there. Until he's home, we don't rest. Okay. Those ones, whatever. But this one. Silence is murder, huh? Huh. You like their little AtNight right here? And then, do you sleep okay? Up to AtNight's logo. And the law offices of Joseph Lesniak, LLC. I wonder how that's going to work, because I know that the parents have some sort of say in their child's likeness and image being used, but that's an attorney that is on that. That's an attorney. Sorry, my phone's blowing up. And then, he told you, tell us. Once again, law offices of Joseph Lesniak. Huh. What are they up to? I mean, then here is supposedly this is a Phillies game, or a billboard outside the Phillies. This is a video. Should be playing on your screen. You just hear bleep. Hear a car door. So this is a billboard. And you can see right there, who took me, missing teen, up to. Slight description. And then AtNight Media right here in the corner. Call Dog the Bounty Hunter. Instead of call, the TBI, Sumner County, call Dog the Bounty Hunter. that's their wind on the video. So you see what they're doing there. And then they go on, as we prepare for the next phase of our national and rapidly evolving international search effort, commuters in select major cities across the United States were informed about the missing teenager, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. In our hometown, the city of brotherly love, his face glowed under the green stadium signage, his favorite color, at Citizens Bank Park, appearing over 2,800 times on Wednesday, April 9th. We all share the same hope, to see Sebastian safe again, no matter who we are or where we're from. A $447,000 reward for information leading to his return remains available as promising information continues to flow. But the billboards say up to. Shout out to the Phillies for their support in bringing Sebastian home. I mean, I'm all for Sebastian's name getting put everywhere, but really? Then it's just copy and paste again. The public must remember no evidence supports that he is deceased. We remain driven by the conviction that he is alive and that someone knows the truth. Okay. And then 6 hours ago, AtNight is intensifying its national campaign to raise awareness in the ongoing search for missing Tennessee teenager Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Seems like they're kind of a little behind, considering that it wasn't through them that this, what's it called? What's the John Walsh show? America's Most Wanted? Is that what it is? America's Most Wanted? Is that John Walsh? Or do I have that confused? It's coming up. They didn't get to have a spot in that, though, did they? They also didn't get to have a spot. Tony didn't, did he? So what are all these people really good for? What help are they providing Seth with? Because it sounds to me like this didn't have anything to do with any of them. Sounds like John Walsh did it all on his own. As of today, the initiative has gained significant traction in nearly half the United States, with approximately 23 states having a presence at the time of this post. Well, shit, I know some people that had blip boards up a year ago. Additionally, the U.S. and Canada, U.S.-Mexico borders have been designated for increased visibility. We invite you to join us in this collective effort to ignite this ground push from state to state by sharing this campaign on social media. Your contribution, no matter how small, will make a significant impact. Together, we will demonstrate unwavering determination to bring Sebastian home. Become part of the AtNight family. United, we are Sebastian strong. No thanks. Nope. No thanks. I prefer not to even have nothing to do with AtNight or the law offices of Joseph Lesniak. I'm surprised they didn't put in Dog's book promo or Lesniak's book promo in this. Wouldn't be shocking to see that next. So that's what they've been up to over here. Revival asked me to share Hong. Let me go see Hong's post. So let's look. What do we have here? We have, just Google it, y'all. Google it, y'all. That's what it says. Up to $447,000 reward. What's the up to? Couldn't find it, hun? Huh? Shows how good you are. You must be from the sister wife of Flasher, or maybe you borrowed a brain cell from Granny and got lost. Is okay. Here, lady, a 6-minute video just for you. Maybe you can find it now. Blue's Clue style, grifter. These people. More angles for you, blind bat. Him resharing shit. They tell you, you tell us. Look outside. Look into the sky. You might see the satellites that don't exist. It's getting closer. I feel it in the air. Sebastian Rogers, we will find you. The walls are closing in on those responsible. Google it, y'all. Oh. We have one in Phoenix, it looks like. Or two. Oh, really? Yo, anyone got the receipts? not on the page. You get 300 pages of proof for every $100 free food. Wow, these people. I don't know which one you want, Revival. I'm not sure which one. These are all just ramblings. Anybody have the recipe for cranberries? My cookbook only have cranberries, for fuck's sake. I'm shook. Got to check my cheat sheet. Oh, here they are, turning SF into a lady. This is dedicated to Chris Proudfoot. He will see it on the way to and from Horn Lake until we bring Sebastian home. He will see it on the way to and from Memphis. He will see it to and from Nashville. I cried, you lied. Oh, this one doesn't say up to unless they cut it out. Huh. Well, lovely. He's shaming multiple people at once. Oh, these people make me sick. All right, let's go back. Let's take a little walk back in time. In fact, let's go here. So as you guys all know, we're going to kind of do a timeline review reminder. AtNight Media came into this whole situation publicly in September. But it sounds like, according to the exhibits, they had been lurking around in the shadows and kind of getting their feet wet as early as May. But in September, they made their announcement. September 5th, to be exact, is when Nick took to Twitter and made his announcement that he was now going to be starting to cover this case. Interesting. Christine, thank you for being a member for 2 months. And Serenity, welcome to the cabana. Thank you for becoming a member. So I wanted to take a little walk back because on September 12th, the E's, who have played a significant role in the misinformation around this filing that has been released publicly, did a live stream. Who is Nick the Hat? The search for Sebastian Rogers, Hendersonville, Tennessee. And just so you know, get your sacks ready because we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive, walk back, rewind in history, because what the plaintiffs don't want you to remember is that they all had a lot to say, puffing their chests, going around after this filing initially happened in October. So September 12th is when the E's did this video. September 18th, they had Mr. Lesniak on their channel. September 16th is when Barbecue was sent to cease and desist with the injunction attached. September 17th is when they supposedly sent one to Cluminati. Then the 18th, Lesniak comes on. Granny never got a cease and desist. Let's be very clear about that. But again, I love this because Mr. E tells us exactly who Nick the Hat is, who is a major factor in AtNight lack of intelligence agency. Let's go.
I'm going to talk about Michelle Horton's question.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's his argument.
Read her question out
read-
loud for those who are just listening.
Yeah, so Michelle Horton.
Sasha, thank you for being a member for 9 months. And everybody else that I missed coming in, thank you all for hanging out and joining me tonight.
Says, I read he went to jail because he would not turn in his source. Is this what you read, Mr. E? That is still his claim. But he failed in court. And so there were a lot. He had several charges actually. And what he was accused of doing was basically he sent an email. It's all kind of complicated. I'm trying to think. I don't want to misquote this. I might just pull up the article because I have it here. I think I do. Let's see. I'll just go to the top and get the charges correct. Yeah. So this is from the Daily Times.
Sorry. That's a funny one.
Yeah. So this is the top paragraph of that. Former editor-in-chief of online daily news or online news site Your Content was sentenced to 2 to 4 years in a state prison Wednesday for creating a fake racist email that he attributed to a Delaware County adult probation and parole supervisor in a debunked 2019.
Is it this article? Would you like me to put it up?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. So then the next paragraph below that picture.
I'll have to scroll.
Yeah, that'll have all the charges kind of in the description.
Do you have any idea how old he is?
So he was 28 in 2019.
Okay. So he looks pretty. He looks younger than he is.
Yeah. I know.
He's one of those lucky ones.
In 2010, he was 17. So what would that make him
I
now?
mean, it really.
So 34ish or so.
Yeah.
So around 34, because when in 2010 he met Selena Gomez and they became friends.
What area? Can you show me on the big screen?
Let's see.
If you haven't seen this yet, this is very interesting as to they know all this about the people that they are doing the pushing for. Like, they know what this group is about, but they still go really hard for them. Play nice. Thank you so much for the support.
It's right underneath the picture.
Yeah,
Okay.
that has the charges, that paragraph there.
Okay. I got it.
You got it up there?
Mm-hmm.
So he was convicted on 2 counts of forgery, identity theft, 3 counts of unsworn falsification to authorities, and 1 count of tampering with public records or information following a jury trial before Court of Common Pleas Judge John Capozzi. A second trial for allegedly...
I find this really interesting that they are completely telling you exactly what this guy is like, but yet they still opted to do all of their misinformation pushing.
Possessing a taser device given to him by Chester police officer Donald Jackson is set for January 18th. I don't know whatever happened with that, but I know that that policeman got fired. And that's actually kind of it's a small part of the story, but it's kind of interesting. What happened, because when they went through the Nick the Hat's emails, they found his communication with this police officer, and he was looking for sources or doing some kind of work, investigative work in a bad neighborhood. And he asked this policeman if he knew where he could get a taser to protect himself. And this policeman said, "Hey, you can use this taser, but don't tell anybody."
Yeah. Okay. So this shows how gullible they are too. They're, Nick told them how this went and they just believe it.
I let you borrow it. And then, he got fired because they were searching through these emails. But that's also kind of like another small indicator of what kind of life this guy's been living, So I'm imagining this is one of those guys that does a lot of back alley, getting dirty kind of investigative work. Like you kind of imagine a lot of investigative journalists do. He worked for the National Enquirer for a time. When he started, it seems like when he started to really get...
I mean, not most investigative journalists like that work for reputable companies, set people up and falsify emails and things of that nature. That's usually not something that they do. It's kind of frowned upon.
Into the celebrity world.
They go about getting their stories in different ways, but setting people up and falsifying things, something they tend not to do.
World was 2018. Sylvester Stallone hired him to research and debunk some fake news stories that had been written about him. And I guess that was successful enough that Sylvester Stallone recommended him and gave him some exclusive access to articles.
May, if you go back probably 3-4 months, I told you guys my thoughts on the UA situation. Again, I have nothing to do with her. She's just another character, just another distraction, overly invested in many cases, way too many at this point in time. I have no idea where she is. I don't associate there at all, nor did I. She was in my chat a few times, but I don't remember what live stream it is that I popped off and told you guys everything I thought about that months ago. But yeah, it's on here many times.
In the future with the National Enquirer that helped him get that job there. And then from sometime around that era is when he started working with all these big time celebrities, like booking them for political events. And this is, I guess, where he considers himself kind of like a talent agent of sorts, or a booking agent.
We have several people that are just super confused. So if you could kind of explain again, just the beginning of what you are talking about, just because.
Ma'am, I think he's confused. I would venture to say that he's been confused. That's one thing consistent over the last 6-7 months is that the E's are pretty much live in a state of confusion, and they don't really know. They don't know, but they double down, they triple down. They are very defensive about terms that they pick and the side that they picked and everything else, but they live in a state of confusion.
Because we've had people jump on and they're just totally lost.
What I'm trying to do is figure out basically if Nick the Hat kind of is who is he? I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know if this group was real. I didn't know if they were capable of doing the work that they're claiming. Like, is the $500,000
Did you question the satellites mystery?
$1,000 retainer real? Or do they have the
$500,000 retainer, which we know according to the filings, they have a pro bono agreement with Seth Rogers representation, a pro bono agreement. So I guess there's your answer. Did you ever add that up in your head, mystery? Oh shit, they told us that there was a $500,000 retainer, but it's actually, according to the exhibits, a pro bono retainer. Huh.
Claim they have 24 investigators. I don't know. We don't know anything about them.
Have you found the 24 investigators yet? CLK, thank you for being a member for 5 months.
And I figure if we don't, then it's likely that 95% of you don't either. So the only way to do is just to kind of go through and start researching. And really, you could do this for weeks with him. There's so many. He's been involved in so many stories and news stories. And celebrity events. I mean, he has been, I wrote down a small list of people he's worked with are Anne Hathaway, Taylor Swift, Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen, Selena Gomez, who he's friends with. And then
he's friends with Selena Gomez. Wow. Wow. Taylor Swift. Wow.
relationship with Dog.
One of these days, I'm going to do a live stream where all I'm going to respond. My response to everything is going to be, wow. Oh my God. Wow. That's all I'm going to say the entire time, just to mimic a true crime creator. Well, self-proclaimed true crime creator, because that's her response to everything is, wow. Wow.
The Bounty Hunter started sometime in 2019. And it seems like a lot of what he was doing was booking them for like political rallies for like Hillary Clinton and people like that. And so he's kind of had this hodgepodge foot in both doors of the celebrity world and the political world, and scandalous magazines and tabloids and political magazines and political
scandalous magazines, you don't say.
Operative work. I mean, he's
political operative.
That's kind of what his past has been. And then starting sometime.
Why did you skip over all of the people that he's worked with that have sexual assault allegations against them? Questioning.
Looks like 2020. Get the year right on this too. Maybe I didn't write down the year on this. Let me pull it up real quick.
War Eagle says Nick is legit.
Yeah, some of you may be familiar with him.
Well, shit, if War Eagle says it, then it's got to be true, right? It's on the internet. Coming from War Eagle, who has done nothing but spew more misinformation on behalf of Nick the Hat and the team. Say it isn't so. If they vouch for him, then put the homework down. No need to research anymore. War Eagle on the case. Nick is legitimately on parole for fraud.
I had no idea. First I'd ever heard of him. AtNight. I'm trying to find the year he founded the.
Our Taylor says apparently his company was dissolved. Leanne reported it to the FBI.
Well, he's had so many. Which company? Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that has had his hand in a lot of different stuff, different magazines, different companies, different agencies.
Oh, Layla. I don't even want to give attention to that one. Problematic as fuck, runs with the Thorpes. That's all I know, and that's all I need to know. And it was a quickly do not recommend from here on out situation. No interest whatsoever.
It is almost, he probably couldn't tell you his career history off the top of his head. It's like that complicated. But it's 2021 or 2020 that he started this AtNight private intelligence agency. That's the year that began.
Right. I agree with Crystal. That's not what his role is in all this.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to apologize, Layla. I didn't know myself either and had to ask somebody the other day. And then I found out and I was like, hell no. No. No.
Definitely has
Crystal says he doesn't have to leave the state to do his job. People are searching. Searching isn't his job.
Right.
I don't know why people don't.
Who's searching, Missy? Who's searching? Can you tell us? Curious minds would like to know. Nick doesn't have to leave the state to do his job. His job is distracting, as we see. That's what him and his buddies do, and Twitter fingers. But who is searching? I would like to know.
I don't understand that. That's correct.
Yeah. He's a digger, is what he is. He's like the guy. He's going to find out stuff. If you've got skeletons in the closet, he's going to find them. That's kind of how he seems to brand himself. He was in the middle of the Jeff Bezos scandal when there's
not Nick being involved in the middle of scandals.
Salacious pics were sent to a girl or whatever, and he was kind of in the middle of all that, in contact with one of those sources. That whole story is actually kind of disputed, so it depends on whose perspective. But anyway, he was in the middle. He was in the middle of that. And
May, sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up with some of these questions. I have not heard anything further on that situation. It is really interesting to me that it became a very hush-hush situation. I hope people reported it to the police, but again, I don't have much faith in that group as is anymore. So I'm assuming that a few people that were kind of on the fringe of that did make reports, but I have no idea what's going on there. Again, I would be the last one to know. I got so much fucking shit for even bringing attention to that. And that's all I wanted to do was make sure people knew. But I guarantee she's still right here amongst us in the chat. Probably been here under a different account all along. sure she's being welcomed back in.
And so, you know, so that's,
Yeah, I
think that's pretty, let me see if I missed anything else as far as kind of, I just wanted to kind of give you broad strokes on his history. So you kind of got a sense of, you know, what his skill set would be.
Pika, it's okay. Those are questions that I think a lot of people have had. And I myself have had those questions too. It got a lot of heat for a little bit. People picked up on it, and then it just kind of seemed to fizzle quite away. But I think that was by design.
And for me,
he has a certain set of skills.
If you want to play it, this would be the time.
Well, here, take a drink of water and I'll play it.
I don't know who you are.
He's got a certain set of skills. September 12th is the date of this. Nick came in September 5th, made his official announcement. Now, again, if you look at the filings, they were poking around as of May.
I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom,
No,
I
you're
can tell
good.
you I don't
You're
have
okay.
money. But what I do have are
It's
a very
okay.
particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
I'm sorry. I know that might annoy you guys. That just made me laugh so hard because he loves that movie. He quotes that movie.
Yes.
So
So is Mr. E, because he loves that movie, does he think that he's playing some like rogue intelligence agent over here? Is Mr. E thinking that he's getting to play a part in this real live action role playing shit? Is that what he's excited for?
I think that's that's kind of what he is. He's got a particular set of skills. You need dirt on a person. You need to get information on a situation, and you want to do it through somewhat unorthodox means, potentially up to the edge of legal means.
Oh, you caught that right there? Let's just back that up so you guys can make sure you hear that he admits this.
So I think that's that's kind of what he is. He's got a particular set of skills. You need dirt on a person. You need to get information on a situation, and you want to do it through somewhat unorthodox means, potentially up to the edge of legal means. This is the guy you want. So you can kind of look at that however you like. But it's not an act, is what I guess I'm getting at. This whole he can find things out, he can make things happen. If he can bring scandal to people.
All right, May. That's being a little weird now. Checking somebody's channel is what mods do, because when somebody comes in that's kind of distracting a chat or asking off the wall questions about shit that people have tried to get me to shut up about, and then you're bringing it up, mods are going to question you and go check your channel to see when it was made. And if you just made your channel today, it's very likely that you have a alternative modes, or you just are hiding under an alt, which could be too, but she's not background checking you. You have a public channel on YouTube. Let's not be dramatic, okay? Let's not be dramatic about it. She's just letting the chat know that you just made your account a couple days ago. That's what good mods do. And they will just save your link for later. So when you change your account name and appear as somebody else, they know who you are. I mean, that's what mods do. They watch out for us creators. Okay, carrying on.
People like Bezos and representatives in Congress and prisons, then he can certainly root out a little corruption in Sumner County, or find out the skeletons in the closets of whoever he views as his suspects.
Now here's a good one.
Things that they might want hidden. I'll just put it this way.
Crystal, sorry, great minds, Crystal.
Yes.
I said it the first
Yes.
first 5 minutes watching his video.
Yes.
I said I know exactly what he's here for, and I said the same exact thing.
Yeah. Remind me about you. I'm gonna say something.
You're gonna tell a story about me?
A little bit.
About how good I am.
Pika, you know, do whatever you
I'll
want.
just put it this way. If I had skeletons in the closet, this guy would be about the last person I'd want looking into me. If I had stuff I wanted to hide, this is not the man I'd want on my trail at all. So I would totally get why people might try to throw protective orders and cease and desist, and any potential, if they know who he is, if they understand what they're dealing with, then they might.
They understand what they're dealing with. Meanwhile, Nick hasn't been sent or served with a PO. In fact, he's one of the weak-spined bitches asking for an emergency order of protection. But make it make sense.
I feel like
Hank, leave her alone.
people might feel like whatever it takes to slow him down. But yes, so this is what Mrs. E said.
Oh,
At the beginning. Well, let me read this real quick.
Oh, I'm just throwing up comments because you are not acknowledging a lot of them, so I'm just throwing them up there to acknowledge.
Oh, I got you. Right when we first saw his YouTube, Mrs. E right away was saying, "Oh, okay." After she watched a video or so,
I watched about
Didn't take
5
long.
minutes of it.
yeah, and she said, "I get it." What his job he's got a job, and his job is to get under their skin. And that's what he's doing. That, you know, Dog will have his role. The investigators, the people on the ground, they'll have their role. Nick's role is to agitate. And
I said he's a paid agent.
And at that point, she was like, expressed her understanding of this whole situation. And then I basically went and did hours of research to see what was really going on here. And basically, I could have just saved myself a whole lot of time if I just went with her instinct. That's essentially, I think, what we're dealing with. But what I know people are going to say is, can we trust what Nick says? Like, if you're watching his live, can we trust him?
It's sort of like Geraldo.
You know, yes, it is sort of like Geraldo. This is I don't know, there's got to be a word for it. Is it muckraker or something like that?
I think that's a good word.
He's just one of those guys that's going to get the filth, the dirt on you, and he's going to talk to the shady characters. And you got to think too, this guy's life experience, he's got contacts in the celebrity circles.
Sorry, he hears these voices and starts just, hold on. Let me just get it out of the way because it's going to go. What are you doing, Hank? He thinks our couch is a racetrack. Around he goes. Oh, he just hit a squeaker. Are you done? Are you done now? Are you done? Oh, he found a cat. He's like, I found a cat. Never mind. Distraction. Hey, Lily. Sorry, I have ADHD with the dog. Okay, back to this.
He's got contacts in politics. A lot of the people he's worked with over the years for kind of weird are a lot of DAs and a lot of judges. So he's got a lot of like judicial world connection. So this guy knows a lot of people. I would not have guessed this history just based on the
I'm
first
telling
few
you,
videos.
look at this. That just made me think of
He's a
something
wrecking
else.
ball. C Star says he's a wrecking ball.
Ah,
I think he is. And I think it's been
I
working.
really like that song.
I think what he's doing.
He's a wrecking ball, and you think what he's been doing is working. What exactly did Nick do in the first 7 days? Does anybody remember, besides making some Twitter posts and some random weird YouTube videos? What did he exactly do?
Is working. I think he's got people scared right now. Now, so as far
Oh, they thought Nick had people scared. Sure.
as can you trust? Okay. The way I will view.
See, you guys are smarties. You
Yeah,
guys are
We
smarties.
weren't even going to say.
We
this.
weren't even going to say this. No,
So. Okay.
no, it's okay. Let's keep going.
Oh, was this a joke? Wrecking ball is a
No.
little pun. Was that a hint?
I was saying I really like that song.
Mhm.
It's
That's
just
hers, right? Miley, wrecking ball.
yes.
Yeah.
You guys are
funny.
smarties because
Yeah.
you're you know
Well, look at
I
you.
kind of put it together pretty quickly.
We weren't even sure we were going to mention.
So they are the ones that attempted to start the rumor that Miley Cyrus from the Cyrus family potentially was the $500,000, when in reality it's a pro bono agreement.
That or not. Okay, so we will, I guess, talk about.
Well, I'm just okay.
It's a
Can I
But they're the ones responsible for that rumor.
let me handle this?
Okay.
All right. So when I said, what I thought Nick was up to, I said, okay, so who could have put up, who has the means and the connections to get this company involved? And
What you know about the
who,
company?
the means being a $500,000 retainer. Well, if you guys remember who reached out to the Lore Lodge, which was the brother of Miley Cyrus. Now, this is just me, speculating. So please, total theory speculation. But I thought that they would.
But was it really? Has anybody ever seen that verified that it was actually the Cyrus brother? Have we seen proof? That to me could be anybody pretending to be the brother of Miley Cyrus. Just because the lore laws said it doesn't mean it's factual. Has anybody seen him actually prove that it was Brayson Cyrus that reached out to him? I know that's what he's claimed, but has anybody seen proof of it?
That family would definitely have the means to be able to do that. And they seem very interested in this case. However, Mr. E pointed out that we have tons of celebrities and people with the means that live around.
You know who has a podcast? Well, the Cyrus family has a podcast. I wonder if she would be willing to have a discussion.
Around here. So it could be somebody.
The mom and the sister have a podcast. Billy Ray's wife and other daughter.
Completely different that has the means or whatever. It was just a thought that it was possible.
I think they've lived in Hendersonville at one point. I don't know if they still have.
We just thought it was a possibility, but whoever it is wants to remain anonymous or their name would be out there. But it was just it's funny that I'm seeing people.
But Revival, were they able to 100% or percent vet that it was from his actual account? With this group, that's what I'm like. In the Lore Lodge, I'm sorry. Revival informs me, by the way, not to throw Revival under the bus, but here she goes under the bus. Revival is the one that keeps me up to date on the Lore Lodge. That guy needs severe help. At his young age, his anger and hatred towards women is misogynistic attributes are front and center, and I can't understand how people are like, oh yeah, this is okay.
Will come to the same conclusions I did. So that I thought that was kind of fun.
But he does know a lot of Uber celebrities. I mean, like the Taylor Swift
Yeah.
and
Selena
Snoop
Gomez.
Dogg and Selena Gomez. I mean,
Well, Selena Gomez is definitely into, her TV shows are a
Yeah.
mystery. So
yeah. And I guess what I was reading is that Selena Gomez and him became friends when they were teenagers, and they have been ever since.
It could be. I just find it really odd though that there's just, if they're so interested in it, I don't know. I find it weird, but who knows?
And that may
Well,
have
I
helped
would
him
let
kind of
you-
get an in with some
They're
of the celebrity
locals.
crowd or
Selena
whatever,
Gomez. I
but-
but
just
it
read
was just
off-
a theory, so don't go running around telling everybody that, that
But-
that's the case. I'm
I
just
just
saying
read an article
that's-
about her.
I don't know,
last
it's a
week.
working theory. Let me just put it that
it's
way.
a possibility.
I just read
It's
an
just a
article about
Everything's a possibility.
But it
at
could
this
certainly
point.
be anyone else. So,
I just read an article about Selena Gomez
yeah.
last
There's
week.
so many people that live here and that are touched by this
Mm.
by Sebastian missing that I think that it could be a lot of people, but that there's just a lot of coincidences, with the reaching out, and we just
the timing.
A lot of coincidences, meaning that there was no $500,000 retainer to begin with.
timing,
did
yeah,
The pro bono contract.
The
Lore Lodge
timing.
series,
Mhm.
and then he said he was going to submit it to the FBI. And 2 or 3 weeks later, the FBI does the reward.
right,
And then a few days later,
right.
Dog the Bounty Hunter, AtNight's all on
Yeah. Articles written by Nick about Nick.
board.
Right.
Shocking, huh, Jay?
Celebrity connections and
Right, and they work for the
500,000.
elite.
Did you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I mean, we can show. Where is it on here? Is it on the
Hey,
AtNight
guys,
site?
can you hear me?
No. Well,
No,
And that's what I was kind of thinking too, because Bunny, Jelly Roll's wife, is local in that area, and she reposted pretty early on. She reposted Sebastian's missing flyer. That's what I would think. If they were that involved and that interested, wouldn't they themselves have used their social media followings to repost stuff? Yeah, BFAM. Speaking of which, I just had a thought cross my mind.
it's okay. Well,
it's not.
it's not.
Baber,
Hey, can you guys hear
But
me?
anyway, so we just
Babe, are you still in here?
kind of suspect that.
Hello,
that's a
hello?
possibility anyway.
But anyway, it was just a speculation, because your mind goes wild with this stuff,
But whoever it is putting up a good sum of money to get Dog involved and Nick involved and
Auntie.
Meanwhile, again, we know now that there was no money offered up. So who told them this? Who told them this and they just ran with it?
They're saying that you might be muted.
I'm not muted. If they
Oh,
can
you
hear
are?
me, I'm not
You're
muted.
muted.
I can't hear you.
You'll have to unplug your microphone and plug it back in. You did something.
Or they're saying they
Kyle
can
and his
hear
mega
me.
wrench. He's probably working.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
We can hear the E's now.
You can't hear me?
I hear all of them.
I can hear you guys, and everybody else can hear me.
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
they can hear her, but we can't. I guess.
We can hear Auntie, but we can't hear
Like-
Auntie.
Like the I don't know.
Well, we could hear her a minute ago.
I
Yeah.
know. Can you not hear me now?
You'll have her hollering. They can hear all three, but we can't hear her.
Is she thinking if she talks louder, we can hear her? Is that what-
Hey, I'm going to take you out and then just do the thing and come back. Okay.
Yeah, maybe a reset.
Yeah. There's been some wonky stuff going on with street
That actually might have made more sense if they couldn't hear each other. We might have actually had more legit conversation.
StreamYard and YouTube lately. So
Can you hear me?
I can hear you
We
now.
can. Let's see if
I
we-
guess I just had to go out. I was trying so hard to tell you guys. And I was talking and I was like, why are they not listening to me? And you're
I personally think that somebody's paying Dog to use his likeness and his name. I personally believe that he is being paid for using his name and his likeness, and somebody else is running his socials and things of that nature. That is my belief system, but I don't know for sure, truly.
You just kept talking. But what I was going to say is I just read an article too. I guess it was last week about Selena Gomez, and she is now a billionaire. And I also thought about her funding. Is she does a lot of philanthropic work, and I thought she could have possibly, with that connection, been a benefactor in that money as well. So there's other connections that may not necessarily be.
She might be that silent partner in their company.
Yeah, she is a billionaire. That's hard to believe, but she is a billionaire.
How did she become a billionaire? What would have done that for her?
She has done a lot of stuff with.
So this right here would be good cause for the attorneys that are representing these defendants to ask, who is the silent funding partner? That would be something that I would be really interested in if I was one of the attorneys, is who's funding this fuckery? Who is offering money? Because that would be interesting to know. And according to their talkers over here, the E's, they have a silent partner
with the Food Network and working with a lot of stars. And then, I mean, she's got the show now that she's on, but I was like shocked. I'm like, she's a billionaire, but they said that she has built an empire.
Wow. Okay.
And I was not aware.
Well,
Hey, good for her.
Maybe it's her.
I mean, that would, oh my goodness. Soulwater Revival gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Let's see. And if you guys got a free membership, make sure to thank Soulwater Revival. Thank you so
Very
much.
sweet of you. Thank you so much.
Since we're at a breaking, can I go ahead and do it real quick? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's so
funny that they could hear me and you guys couldn't, and I was just talking away.
Well, you're probably talking over me, so I'm just kidding.
I kept trying, and I was like,
that was also for Lady Tip for Tap for earlier. Thank you so much. I didn't want to interrupt him again. And then for those of you who are new, welcome to Mr. E's Crime Dogs. And we became Crime Dogs because back in the old days when we had hardly anybody watching, our awesome moderator K-Mac saw our dogs because they used to fight behind us on our because we used to do it in our extra bedroom, and our dogs used to fight, so she would call them Crime Dogs. So anyway,
and that's another good point C-Star made. It could be someone that just supports autism and wanted like someone famous that supports autism that has put up some money too. So that's a good idea as well.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a lot.
It could be anybody that is touched by this and just wants to bring him home. And I think it's wonderful. Whoever did it, thank you. I can't thank him enough. I think it's great. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go back into your research. He's worked on this.
Well, that's okay. That was the hardest part of the research part of it for me was just
and I have to step away anyway because it's time to put
the kids to bed.
I'll be back.
Is there anything else that we didn't hear from you that you were trying to say?
Sorry that it's that time of evening when Hank goes all the way into Hank mode. So I become the chew toy. I'm extremely distracted over here, but you guys hear what they're saying. Hank's doing Hank. I replaced my arm with his little, can you show him your stick? For those of you that don't know, we just make sure that I get my exploitation of my puppy because, I only did it for the internet purposes. So, holy cow, this dog has so much energy. And he misses his dad.
No, but someone Dreaming of Blue Skies and Sandy Beaches says that Selena owns Rare Beauty, which is a big cosmetic brand, a big beauty brand. So that, that's a huge market. So I can see that. Plus, like I said, I know she does a lot with the Food Network, and of course, she has a great acting and singing career. I mean, she pretty much does it all. But I know it was so shocking to believe. But yeah, I just read that the other day about her being a billionaire. Somebody said Jelly Roll. He's a great guy too.
No, you just not. I mean, there's really no way to know. It was just that. The Miley Cyrus thing, it clicked with us that just the timing of how that whole Lore Lodge thing went. Then they were sending that stuff to TBI and the FBI, and it was just 2 or 3 weeks later that the reward comes out, and then a few days. It just seemed like there was the
reward comes out. A few days later, the reward comes out and has miraculously increased over and over and over again to the tune of $447,000 up to, according to their billboards.
Pattern there with the Cyrus situation, because really, like Mrs. E was saying last live we did, this whole thing started ramping up around Lore Lodge because it had kind of started to taper off with interest and new news and all of that.
I do find it interesting that he admits that this whole thing started amping up when the Lore Lodge got involved. And I'm going to give you my take on the Lore Lodge if you're new around here and don't know. Lore Lodge is a storyteller. He's a fictional storyteller, usually does things like Bigfoot. He should stick in that lane. This whole crossover into the true crime arena, Doesn't really surprise me though, because we've seen a lot of big channels make a crossover into true crime. Jessica Kent was recently, I showed you guys a video of her even. She's got like close to 1 million subs. Again, I don't care if you like her, dislike her. I'm just using her as an example because she outwardly said that her management company, her PR people were telling her to start doing true crime because of the money involved in true crime. So it's not shocking to me that we're seeing people like the Lore Lodge or others who are storytellers get involved in this. Sadly, they don't care about facts. They don't. They're here to tell a story, pick a side, cause more division, and that's what they do. It's more propaganda, playbook pushing bullshit.
One of the things I just wanted to say on Nick, how I'm going to approach him going forward is I'll watch the live streams, but I'm not looking for hard facts from Nick because I don't think he's really talking to us. Like, I don't think he's trying to give us the.
So I love this too right here. He reminds us that he's not looking for facts from Nick. He's basically saying that this guy is a clown. Don't rely on this guy for facts. But here we are months later, and he is pushing all of their filings, which we're going to get into.
Give us news. I think Nick really is talking to the suspects. So that's.
Oh, he thinks he's talking to the suspects. Well, isn't that ironic? Because are you calling Seth a suspect? Again, we heard, according to Tony and Seth, that when Dog and Nick got in contact with Tony, they considered Seth the #1 suspect. So what's that about? And thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Welcome to the cabana, you guys.
I think that's the message he's sending out there. I mean, we can watch, but I think when you watch it, don't think he's trying to inform us really of anything that's going on.
Oh, let's just back that up just to take that all in, because I think that's a good reminder.
Miley Cyrus thing, it clicked with us that just the timing of how that whole Lore Lodge thing went. Then they were sending that stuff to TBI and the FBI, and it was just 2 or 3 weeks later that the reward comes out, and then a few days. It just seemed like there was a pattern there with the Cyrus situation, because really, like Mrs. E was saying last live we did, this whole thing started ramping up around Lore Lodge because it had kind of started to taper off with interest in new news and all of that. One of the things I just wanted to say on Nick, how I'm going to approach him going forward is I'll watch the live streams, but I'm not looking for hard facts from Nick because I don't think he's really talking to us. Like, I don't think he's trying to give us news. I think Nick really is talking to the suspects. So I think that's the message he's sending out there. I mean, we can watch, but I think when you watch it, don't think he's trying to inform us really of anything that's going on. I would look at it more like the message he's trying to deliver to the people that they think are involved.
Are you going to speak about kind of what's happened today as well?
Yeah, we'll have to get into this also. So
it's crazy.
Yeah. So boy, where do we start? Because we can start a little bit with Bullhorn Betty's aspect of it. Yeah, I might wait for Mrs. E to come back because she'll pull up all the screenshots from this.
Why don't you go through?
Well, I can go through some of the things people are saying in the chat. Graham said Hong was the guy on Nick's stream earlier today. Sounded like he did work with Nick on previous cases, but I don't know much more about him. I did see that.
Oh, Hong in his $1,000 shoes. Let's jump forward because I think we've seen enough of that, and I think you guys kind of get the gist of what's happening here. So let's just jump forward. I told you guys I made us a little playlist of sorts. So this is September 19th, and this is the day after Lesniak was on panel with the E's. Conveniently, right after they come out and talk about Nick and who he is, and I'm not going to watch him for facts. He's just kind of there. We don't know shit about him, but he was involved in all this scandalous shit with all the scandalous people. If you want to watch that entire thing, it's really informing. They actually go on to say a lot more about Nick and his past involvements, and then jumped right in bed with them. So it's interesting. But this is Nick's video from the 19th of September. So by this time, Barbecue got her cease and desist on the 16th. They have the 17th is the one that was drawn up with Clue. Don't know if she ever received it or not. The 18th, Lesniak appears on the E's channel, which is now on members only. If you need a copy of it, I know somebody that knows somebody that's got it if you want it. It's really enlightening. We re-listened to that recently too. And then this is the following day.
AKA Dog the Bounty Hunter, and he's also accompanied by his attorney, Bruce Castor. Good morning to you both. Believe me, everybody has the world of confidence in you.
Oh, and that's right. Alongside Nick came Dog the Bounty Hunter, washed up Z-list celebrity himself, which got some TMZ coverage. I mean, great, wonderful for them. But then came Castor, who, that's an interesting part that there's a reason why I'm going here, of course. Castor was made to look like he had really strong involvement in this. In fact, his name was actually used in the press release stating that he was legal counsel for the plaintiffs. And we're going to kind of do a little look-see-loo of the plaintiffs and the talkers for the team, bolstering Castor's involvement. But it kind of sprung off of this situation here. And he represents Dog the Bounty Hunter solely in another incident in Texas, is all.
When we found out that you were joining the search, I was asking my power panel on the show, who are you going to bet on finding Sebastian, Dog or the FBI? And everybody's saying you. Everybody wants to take that bet with you.
Anywhere you go, you must have a good lawyer in this business. So please, let's pass this on to him.
Isn't that the truth? Well, and Bruce, I'm not just saying this. I said to Dog when we were doing his mic check right before.
Dog, did you ask your buddy Trump if he thinks Castor's a good attorney? Because last I knew, your buddy Trump was throwing shoes at his TV when Castor was giving the opening statements, delivering that because he was so pissed off at Castor making a buffoon out of himself and his entire legal team.
For the show, what a fine lawyer he has in you. So I know legally he's in great hands. Bruce, anything that you would like to add? I know you're here primarily to accompany Dog with this appearance. Is there anything that you think that's important to note with respect to the search and Dog's involvement in leading?
Wondered why Nick turned the background music up so loud, but it's because nothing these guys say is anything of any benefit.
Former attorney.
And again, this is Nick's video, so I can't really alter. Right there, Castor says people doing the search. Dog, Nick the Hat.
Some of the other people are facing death threats and
Where's these death threats at?
other problems against their safety. And
Problems against their safety. Well, Nick the Hat never left the state of Pennsylvania, so where's the problems against their safety? Huh?
these are things that just can't happen. I mean, we need to encourage people when they put up money for.
I've never heard an attorney say so much.
Reward, try to get.
Oh, you're not being a good American if you question the reality of this.
We have very fine people, Dog and Nick and the whole crew are doing
Dog and Nick and the whole crew.
a tremendous job. And
Tremendous job doing what? What are they doing? Anybody?
from where I sit, if it gets any worse, I'm going to recommend that they take legal action. This is totally.
If it gets any worse, you're going to recommend that they take legal action? Sir, they did take legal action. Your name's all over it, but you don't have nothing to do with it, though, right?
Totally unreasonable. And law enforcement and the community working together will solve this crime.
Right. Oh, amen.
Oh, is that the case? I can't listen to that no more. Sorry, I can't. Let's go to the 21st of September. Let's go there. That music in the background is so annoying, but I think that's Nick's modus operandi.
Of the search for Sebastian Rogers. He's 15 with autism, and he vanished on February 25th into the 26th. And here's what we know. The atmosphere surrounding the case is obviously very volatile, hostile, wild, I guess, to say the least. You guys saw social media ramp up and then quickly ramp down.
Really? When did it ramp down? Anybody enlighten me on that?
Very fast, very rapidly in a matter of days, right? So when you have a social media frenzy surrounding a case, it becomes hectic. Opinions turn into facts, speculation turns into concrete evidence.
Kind of seems almost that it was intentional for you guys to do that.
And eventually it makes it down a whisper down the lane fashion, where at the end you have an entire narrative that sounds good and might fit a few pieces, right? But it's just incorrect. All the pieces of the puzzle aren't there. You can't put it together. You can't try to make sense of it because it won't make sense. You can't make sense out of something that doesn't make sense, right? So there's just enough there, enough theories, enough speculation, enough hearsay to start making sense. And from there, everybody was off to the races. It was hearsay galore on both sides of the spectrum, right, guys? And it was fueled a lot by social media. And when there's little information that comes out, it's known in a lot of cases that little information leads to misinformation. But when you have misinformation that is not checked and it continues and continues and continues, and by then, how do you check it, right? Without kicking a hornet's nest, essentially. When you have people that have been sticking to one fact for many months and it turns out to be a false one, how do you go about it without insulting the individual who made the allegation, right? Now, obviously, there probably is a lot more, but I can't discuss anything whatsoever as it pertains to that. And at the end of the day, I cannot discuss the case much.
Oh, you can't discuss the case much. Sorry, guys, I am pulling up other videos as we go. You can't discuss the case much, really? Why?
As simple as that. And you guys are going to see like some member only lives. For the most part, like there's nothing about Sebastian in those lives. Like I said from the start, we're not going to be trying to force people in to pay to get updates, right? No, the membership videos are, I guess, are going to be like little lives just to kick it and discuss the weather and try to, I don't know, but we'll have conversations. Obviously, we can't discuss the case. It's a very strange situation, something I've never experienced before, and it's rather unique. It's a rather unique situation when you're walking on eggshells to search for a missing teenage boy with autism. There's a lot we wish we can say, but it's just, it is what it is, right, guys? Some cases are sensitive and other cases are swayed by public panic, by rumors, by speculation. And in this specific case,
Oh, really? Say it isn't so. Let's listen to that again. Public perception.
are sensitive, and other cases are swayed by public panic, by rumors, by speculation. And in this specific case, its focus will remain on Sebastian, on finding answers for Sebastian's loved ones. But again, we can't discuss the case. It's a very unique set of circumstances, but the lie.
But he was out here by this point in time doxing creators. Okay.
That I have on my members only side, I wouldn't subscribe. So I mean, look, at the end of the day, I appreciate people that do and that pay for the memberships. I personally would look at it as a, what the heck is this? But I guess I'll start going live on there so you guys have something and we could talk about something like other stuff. There's a lot of other stuff. At the end of the day, though, we are still searching for Sebastian Rogers, who vanished back in February. He's 15 years old. He has autism, and it's time to bring him home, right, guys? It's Christmas is coming up. His birthday's in January or December, and he turns 16 this December.
Who's searching? Where's these searches happening?
Christmas is coming up, and the goal is to have him home for Christmas with his family, with his loved ones, with his friends, back where he belongs, at home. So again, if you see something...
You guys, if you're just coming in, we're doing a walk back in time. This is September 21st. Now, the reason why I went back here is because, again, they made their public announcement September 5th that they were getting involved in this case. He was going to start to cover this. The one that we watched from the E's was September 12th. where they had done some research on who was Nick the Hat. Then we watched a little bit, you know, they brought in Dog on the news to get some information out there. Bullshit. In my opinion, again, Dog has not done anything whatsoever helpful that I've seen in this case thus far. He called Sebastian the wrong name. He called Seth the wrong name. You know, just how it goes. But this is the 21st of September. Barbecue was sent the cease and desist the 16th. In the exhibits, you can see all this too. We detailed all this. The 17th, they drew up one against Cluminati. Granny never even received a cease and desist. But by the beginning of October, they had completely switched gears and were going after Granny and Barbecue because Granny happened to be in Pennsylvania. Again, she never was even sent a cease and desist in the first round or the second.
Dial 911, CBI authorities, report tips, but Sebastian Rogers is missing. He's 15 years old, and we're going to leave it at that. And the goal, right, guys? The goal was to get the creators off of the bandwagon of slamming and scaring everybody that gets involved to welcoming any support, whether it's an enemy, whether it's a friend, whether it's a stranger, whether it's somebody that you don't quite know yet. You have to feel them out. You have to let them get their feet wet, and then you start passing judgment, right? You don't pass judgment at the very beginning. Scared a lot of people off. Hopefully that has come to an end, right? The threats slowed down big time. To say the least, it worked to slow down the crazies and put focus back towards Sebastian where it should have been. And that was the goal. I mean, if you have to get to that goal by coming in and I guess getting the YouTube community bickering and coming at you to get to that goal, that's fine. I have no problem with them coming at me. I can handle myself and I know what there is to know about me, right? You guys aren't going to find something that I don't know about me. I specialize in finding stuff out on people, so I can guarantee you that I know everything there is to know about me. Nothing is a surprise and nothing's an exclusive. Okay, I've said everything that I've said to anybody that thinks they have an exclusive. I'm sure I've said it to 30 or 40 other people, maybe 100. So there's nothing exclusive when it comes out of my mouth to people that I've never met in person, right? Or people that I don't speak with in person. It just is what it is. There are no crazy exclusives that you're gonna find. I'm on Google. You guys can find like everything there is to know about me. You don't like it? Too bad. I'm sorry, I guess. Bye. But again, guys, this is about Sebastian Rogers. That was the goal, to put the coverage back on him. And now that it is, I'm not saying I'm backing out, because we're not. We are actively trying to find this young man and bring him home where he belongs. But that's not going to be done on YouTube. Spreading awareness already started. The awareness is moving. The bandwagon is flying, and people are getting back.
The bandwagon is flying? I didn't know bandwagons could fly. Kind of like your satellites that don't exist.
Back on board for the right reasons, and I'm the first to say it when I see it.
Nothing breaking from this guy. Nothing of any use coming from this guy. So why all of a sudden do people think he's something of use? He said it himself.
People like Clue Who, I'm sorry, but that name is stuck in my head forever. She is showing that she's not in it just for the headlines when she goes above and beyond and starts going out and looking, right, guys? That shows that to her it wasn't about the headline. Maybe I'm just too quick to pass judgment on it, but
so the 17th, they were sending Clue Who cease and desist and a potential injunction. And then as of the 21st, he's giving Clue props for being out there searching.
When certain people vanish and other people say, you know what, I see what the parameters are. I understand where John or Jane Doe are coming from. I'm going to change it up and refocus this back on Sebastian. That speaks volumes as to character, as to the thickness.
When are you going to do that, Nick? When is you and your Betty going to do that hong I'm talking about?
Of somebody's skin and their motivation. Let's hope that motivation stays Sebastian. Let's hope that motivation remains Sebastian, that all green lights are for Sebastian and there's a red light for drama. If people that have
a red light for drama, seems like your co-plaintiffs are eyeballs deep in the drama. Hong and BJ, to be exact,
been ridiculed, such as Clue.
Oh, and BHB
have the ability to turn it around and make things right by just doing the coverage that needs to be done, keeping the spotlight on Sebastian, getting people up and about. I don't care if you hate me, I don't care if you love me, I don't care if you don't know me, and I don't care if you despise me, but if you go out.
What if I just don't care? What if I just am sick of looking at your fucking ugly ass sunglasses?
Look, you have my respect, right? And that goes for everybody. That's the goal.
What if we don't want your respect?
Find a young man. So shout out to Clue, because you're doing it, girl. I mean, you're starting to prove that this is not about anything except Sebastian, and I wish the others would have followed your lead instead of just abandoning him, right? Those that abandoned him make it so he vanished now 3 times. First in February, second in between the drama, and then when the drama started to end for the 3rd time. And what, the final time? I mean, come on, guys. We're better than that. We have to get together. We have to unite. We have to stand together, not because we like one another, but for Sebastian Rogers.
You like his little hair tuft coming out of his hat?
We all have unique platforms, each and every one of us, whether you have 500 subs, 10,000.
I just noticed that little. Why do these guys' hair, all of them, they need a stylist.
And 100,000, 200,000.
They've got all this money in this intelligence agency. Whoever is very intelligent telling them, get it together. Your eyebrows need shaved. You guys need a new toupee company.
We have very diverse crowds, very diverse viewers that may not see eye to eye, but they will see the same end goal as long as creators such as myself and you lead them in the right direction and remind them this is about Sebastian. It's not about.
Why was he talking about Clue, Tebow? This was, so again, just timeline. The 16th was barbecue C&D. The 17th was Cluminati C&D. Or the 17th of September. This is the 21st of September. We're back in time again. But they had drawn that up. I don't even know if Clue ever received the one that they drew up with the injunction attached. But then on the 17th of September, he posted a text message from Clue on Twitter too. So I'm not really sure the games he was playing here or why, but he was.
About anybody else, nobody else whatsoever. It's about a young man, Sebastian Rogers, who vanished in February. And guys, it's time to light America up in green. Let's get those green bulbs going. If you see them anywhere, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, grab a set and put them out. Let's light up the country. Let's spread awareness. And this is about bringing a young man home. It's not about drama. It's not about commotion. It's not about anything except Sebastian.
Meanwhile, the only thing that they've caused since coming in is nothing but drama.
Wayne Drake Rogers. He's 15 years old. He has autism. He vanished in February, and it's time that we bring him home. Christmas is coming up. His birthday's coming up. He's turning 16, and let's make it an extra sweet 16 with him back at home just in time for Christmas. Again, guys, stay safe, stay vigilant. And when I'm live on the members only thing, it's not going to be any exclusives. It's just going to be like a hangout, I guess, so you guys don't feel like you're just there in limbo by yourself. You're not. Again, stay safe, stay vigilant. If you see something, say.
I'd rather hang out by myself any day of the week. All right, let's just go. Let's just go down the list. So now we're going to bump to October 18th. What happened on October 18th, friends? Who can remind us? Anybody remember what happened? That's from the first round, Tara. That's from the attorney. So Clue got the first C&D and the first 6 that went out. She was one of the recipients from that attorney out of Nashville. So that's the C&D that she, to my understanding, has framed. But the other ones, I don't even know if she ever got the other one. There's no proof of service or anything with that in the exhibits. All they have is this typed email looking thing with an injunction on the 17th. Yeah, it's weird. The filings. So truly what happened on the 18th was Molly Golightly. So what we know now is that BJ's mod, Kristen, sent the filing to, or joined Molly's Patreon, sent the filing to Molly, and Molly and her buddy TM went live talking about the filing. So they were actually the first ones. But for the team, it was these guys.
Anyway, but that's what that sound is. If you
these guys.
So, want to just thank all the mods. I know, Hey Jude, K Mac, Lady Tit for Tat.
These two.
So for me,
3, I mean.
On
So we're gonna look and see what they
are the RICO allegations. So if we could now maybe do that press release would be great.
Sure.
We'll release.
Oh, we're gonna do the press release. The press release. Tell me that there's no packets again. Well, Josh was in there too. Josh, yes, Josh did go live and talk about it too, but Josh doesn't. I don't really know what to say about Josh besides Josh does whatever Josh does to benefit him. Josh has absolutely been a part of the misinformation, has had some sort of back and forth with Chris. He was involved in the Smiley stuff in the beginning where he came on to like question Chris about, you know, something he said to him, and Chris just basically put him in his place there. Josh, I stay away from because I'm not interested in, nothing really. He's just kind of all over the place, if you ask me, and irrelevant.
You may not have seen this. It's pretty recent too. We got a lot of messages coming in. It would not shock me if over the next couple of hours, even more news breaks while we're doing this tonight.
Oh, we've got other.
Yeah, Josh plays all sides. Like Josh plays for whatever benefits him the best. Him and Dr. Gary and McDumbass were all kind of involved, and McDumbass was saying how he was digging into their military stuff and had connections. I try to ignore them as much as possible. Josh gets really, really tickled, and just fucking lies his ass off when you call him out on shit. He had a whole come apart in my chat one day and was like fucking storming around. So he's a little sensitive for my liking. He's a kind of one of those useful fucking idiots, heavy on the idiot.
Your messages coming?
Yeah, I'm getting all kinds of stuff.
Okay,
we'll just do our best to keep it going.
So start with the
Yeah, very much so. Absolutely. He said River House. He did a whole thing talking about Nick and Hong and how much of a fraud Nick was, and then the next thing you see is he's like, "Oh, these guys have so much credibility to him." He knows they're fucking around.
I was doing something. Okay.
What?
Let's see.
What?
There we go. Okay, here we go. Here's the press release.
What?
You want me to make it bigger?
I can make my screen.
There you go. Look.
I'll just make my screen bigger here, right? I can do that. Okay. So this is from One World Corporation. You might have remembered us talking about them when we were discussing Nick the Hat a few live streams back. This is kind of a PR group that's working it appears in tandem with AtNight. They might be under the same.
Appears in tandem. This is how much research they had done. No, they're one and the same. They're the same company, actually. One World is the umbrella company over AtNight Media
Corporation. I'm really not exactly.
You don't know who sent you the press release there, sir? And I love how he calls them a PR company, because that's basically all they are, even though people are trying to convince us that they are some sort of intelligence agency with zero intelligence.
Sure, the structure, but they are kind of a PR centered group. So for immediate release in regards to Operation Sebastian Stormfront, October 18th, 2024, news conference announcing legal action related to the disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And in quotes, "This should be a united effort to bring a missing child home," said Joseph Lesniak, Esquire. This is the attorney we had on our show a few months ago, or a month or so ago, who is representing AtNight, Dog the Bounty Hunter, and everyone. The quote continues, "We must fiercely protect the integrity of this search, not just for Sebastian's sake, but for every family who believes in the promise of truth, justice, and a country that stands together in times of crisis." And then Media, Pennsylvania, October 18th, 2024. So that is today. A news conference will be held on Tuesday, October 22nd. So this is next week at 10 a.m. on the steps of the Delaware County Court of Common Pleas, located at 201 West Front Street, Media, Pennsylvania, 19063. The legal team will discuss the latest legal actions concerning the ongoing search for Sebastian Rogers.
The legal team. The legal team.
A 15-year-old who went missing on February 25th, 2024, and was reported missing the following day. Legal counsel for the plaintiffs includes attorney Joseph P. Lesniak, Esquire, and Bruce L. Castor, Jr. You might have seen Castor when he appeared with Dog the Bounty Hunter in a news segment about a month ago as well. Castor's also a very well-respected attorney. He most famously...
Castor is also well-respected. Yeah, sure. Sure he is. Yes, Dead Legato. Yes. So they were all sent, you'll see when he scrolls, they were all sent this packet with this press release that they were to go live and talk about this filing from One World Corp. They were to talk about this, hype it all up, and they're just doing their job.
Represented Donald.
And it says right here, it says legal counsel for the plaintiffs includes attorneys Joseph P. Lesniak, Esquire, and Bruce L. Castor. It doesn't separate it out that says Bruce Castor only represents Dog the Bounty Hunter in a sole incident in the state of Texas. He is not legal counsel for the plaintiffs, which we do know now. But at this point in time, they were using this whole situation to make people believe that Castor was representing the plaintiffs. And I'm going to take it to the plaintiffs in just a minute. But I want to just kind of give everybody a once over. This is why I think that the distractions are once again amping up. And when I say the distractions, the unnecessary drama with BJ, I think BJ has been their useful idiot that just causes chaos for them and distractions. So when people are paying attention to that and the drama, she is a liability to them. They have said it. She's a liability to the other plaintiffs. They can't stand her. So they're kind of keeping her occupied with the drama shit, in my opinion, because that's all she's good for anyways. While they continue to do their rants and raves and do all this other bullshit. And I really, truly believe that they're scared shitless. And the reason I say that is because according to what we know, the anti-SLAPP, the judge has 60 days to make that ruling, which would be September 17th. So around the 17th, or September, what the fuck am I talking about? April 17th. April. So coming up this next week, she's supposed to have her ruling on the anti-SLAPP. I think that's why. I think that's why they filed the emergency order for protection. But again, this whole thing that they've done, like, oh, it's been approved. It's going to have a hearing. A hearing's going to be set. They did the same shit with the RICO stuff. And many of you might not remember that. But they tried telling us right in the beginning, as soon as this was released publicly, that this filing happened, that a judge was going to see this. A judge still hasn't seen anything to do with the RICO and racketeering. The only thing that they've seen and heard is the oral arguments over the anti-SLAPP. Everything else is null and void at this point until she makes a ruling on the anti-SLAPP, and then we'll go from there.
Trump in one of the impeachment hearings. So when this occurs is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024 at 10 a.m., where steps of the Delaware County Court of Common Pleas, 201 West Front Street, Media, Pennsylvania, 19063, and the what? So this is the meat of it right here, I think. The legal action involves a RICO and organized crime civil case filed in Delaware County aimed at addressing the harmful spread of misinformation and exploitation that has obstructed the investigation. This case, the case, targets individuals and...
I want you to pay attention too, because in this, it says right here that this case was filed in Delaware County. Again, it's not federal, even though we're going to hear that claimed again. Aimed at addressing the harmful spread of misinformation and exploitation that has obstructed the investigation. What? So supposedly the plaintiffs in this filing are doing some sort of investigation, and these two defendants have obstructed that. Tell me how. Tell me how that's happened. I'd love to know.
Groups who have propagated false narratives, undermining the search for Rogers and delaying justice for his family. Let's continue, and then we'll come back to this paragraph, I think. Is that okay?
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Let's just go ahead and talk about it now.
Okay.
So, and of course, Auntie and Mrs. Z, if you all have any thoughts on any of this part of it, that, feel free to jump in there too. These two, the RICO and organized crime, this is, you're going to hear referenced over and over again when we go through these documents. If you're not familiar with RICO, I've been kind of scrambling together research on it. I've kind of had it in the back of my mind anyway, because I thought that might be what was going to end up happening at some point. At least I was actually kind of hopeful that this is where things were going, because RICO, you ever find yourself attached to a RICO investigation, it's not a good thing for you. If any of these people that get named in this hear their name attached to this, it is a gut punch to see RICO. But it stands for Racketeer Influence Corrupt Organization Act, and this was passed in 1970. It targets specifically organized criminal activity and racketeering. So this can be anything from a ring of burglaries, assassins for hire, or something like that. And really any type of organized crime, gambling rings, trafficking, any group that is organized in concerted effort to commit crime can be prosecuted with these under RICO. And so it looks like that's what they're going to try to allege throughout, is that this is a criminal RICO violation.
A criminal RICO violation. Meanwhile, it says right there that it's a civil. Huh. Oh, the smart people amongst us, huh?
And if you are involved in this organization and say you get prosecuted, it is up to 20 years sentence.
Oh, and again, we were told numerous times over the last few months that nobody ever said that there could be 20 years for the defendants. Oh,
so this is not something.
Meanwhile, just in case you don't realize this, there has been 0 criminal charges filed against the defendants.
Something to take lightly at all. There's also fines that go along with RICO. It can be double your earnings as a criminal. So that
but there was no money attached to it, Mr. E.
Say you had a gambling den and you had earned $50,000 at that gambling den in a year.
I love how they try to compare it to like actual organized crime. They really tried here. They really, really tried. And they failed miserably. I wonder why they haven't came out and talked about how they misinformed people on the basis of approved versus accepted. I'm still curious. And if you missed it, again, Breaking Chains did an excellent live stream. You guys know her content is superb. I highly encourage you, if you missed it, to go rewatch that because it was excellent. Lynn does an incredible job breaking things like this down. Her brain, the way it works, I just get how she lays things out, and it's so appreciative.
They could fine you $100,000.
I'm so appreciative of her content because I'm like, oh, yes.
For whatever you took in as that organization, or they have the option to fine you $250,000 instead. That's at the discretion of the courts. You have to forfeit all proceeds that you earned as a criminal organization. And the big key to prosecuting these is
Planet. I almost asked you earlier because I know when this all started, you used to go everywhere. You used to go over and listen to all that stuff. Was there one thing for you? Is there something that stood out to you that you just went, holy shit, this is foolish? Was there one part of this that just made you like say, what are they doing? Or were you just kind of trying to gather like all sides of what they were trying to paint it as? I would be really interested. I almost asked you earlier if there was one thing that made you just go, holy shit, what are they doing? Or any of you that used to watch Justin, the E's, BJ, any of the plaintiffs, BHB, was there one moment in this filing that you just went, what are they fucking doing? And if there was, let me know what it is. I'd be really interested because I can't believe people are still buying this shit. People are still believing that the RICO and racketeering, oh, yep, it's an organized crime syndicate. And I'm going to show you why. This is just a reminder. Most of you guys have seen all this shit, but I wanted to take us back to why the plaintiffs are running rampant and distracting you. Again, the title of this video is, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit. That's exactly what they're doing.
Is that you have to establish a pattern of criminal organization, a pattern of crime within an organization. So say like 3 robberies occurred within a group with knowledge within the group to conspire.
Planet, once you see that playbook and how they work it with the Facebook discussion groups and how they build that into content and shit, you can't unsee it. You really cannot. Like, and you can see it. You can use that same type of playbook and go apply it to the Karen Reed, the Delphi, like the creators that insert themselves. Again, these aren't the true crime creators. These are the grime creators that do this same playbook of sorts. And I'm afraid that we're going to see somebody in one of the next cases try to up what AtNight and crew have done.
That could fit that type of definition. If you find yourself to, you're going to hear a lot of victims listed in this. If you find yourself to be one of the victims here, one of the things that's great about RICO, if you're the victim, is that the person is prosecuted.
Thank you for letting me know that, Layla. And anytime, yeah, anything with Kresha, you can talk about all the time in here. Feel free. Thank you for letting me know that. I'll post her link, and I'll make sure I post that because I would love to see more about Kay's story.
Can't defend against you. So let's say you felt damages by this criminal organization and they're all prosecuted and the prosecution wins. If you're one of the victims and you come back seeking damages, let's say you think there's $10,000 worth of damages, you are awarded triple those damages by the courts. And the person that lost the RICO suit, the person that's guilty of those RICO violations, they can't defend it. It is between the victim and the judge at that point, or the courts. not sure. I don't guess that would be a jury. I would assume that would be a judge. That's my, again, we are not lawyers. This is just my, this is basically my interpretation of Cornell Law School
That's
today.
exactly what I was going to
done,
say too.
there. And I watched a few videos just kind of about RICO and how it operates and how it's prosecuted as well. But
Do you watch cases about civil RICO there, Mr. E? Or did you watch them about like crime, organized crime syndicates, like the mob, the mafia, the Hells Angels? Like, can you tell us here? Because I would love to know. Because it seems like you got your law school probably about the same as Betty did. Google.
Most of what I'm sharing with you today is from Cornell Law.
That's right.
Here was a, let's see here. Does that all make sense to you? Does
It does.
the chat have any questions about anything about that so far?
Let's see.
I thought it was really interesting.
Auntie, we can't hear you.
Here was a.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah, we still can't hear you, Auntie. I'm sorry.
Hang on.
She might just try to re-enter here. I'm going to read this quote about RICO that I found on one of these websites. The power of RICO lies in its conspiracy provision.
I know what it is.
Let's
try it now.
Okay.
Talk, Auntie.
Hang on, I got to add me to stage. I'm not
I
there.
got you. You're there. You're on stage.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just saying that where I had looked at everything was from Cornell Law, and I was really surprised at how many,
AKA Google,
different types of crimes fall under the RICO law.
Oh,
yeah.
Excuse me.
It's like a long laundry list of crimes that can fall under the RICO.
Yeah, almost anything actually. You know, if they're organized enough, or if they're.
Okay, I agree with that. Absolutely.
You know, if the pattern's there. So, we always think of it as mob bosses and street gangs and things like that, but that's really not the case. And there's been some precedent with other organizations.
Okay, people want you to get on with it. They want to know who's been charged or who's been who the complaint is against.
Okay.
All right. Pay attention to this because this is always going to crack me up.
Well, then I'll just finish with this part because I think we do have to kind of understand this before we hop in. The power of RICO lies in its conspiracy provision based on an enterprise rationale that allows trying together apparently unrelated crimes with a common objective into a prosecutable pattern of racketeering. Successful defenses are rare, and that is true too. So yeah, we'll skip through any more of that part of it and just get right into the suit then. So this was all filed today in Delaware County in Pennsylvania. So it's a pretty thick stack of papers. This is double-sided even.
I believe if you want, I can. I was able to download it from their website. So
another thing of note, not only were they sent a press release that you can see if you go through and look at that, when they page all the way down, it says what date that they're supposed to release that and talk about it. But they also have the entire filing printed out and ready to go by the time they had this. So I think they were sent this right as soon as it was drawn up, basically, to go live and start spinning stories.
You want me to
kind of do that as we go along?
I can, but you'll have to alert me, so I don't dox anybody.
Ooh, oh yeah. So let's talk about this too. Before we get into this, as far as doxing goes, I'm not going to read addresses, like street addresses of the homes of people. I know it's all out there. If people really want to find it, I guess they can, but just out of caution and just trying to do my best to keep people from getting targeted in their homes. Anyone that's named in here, I'm going to try to avoid reading their street names. There's also, of course, there are people that are YouTubers and creators and they have handles and things of that nature. I'm going to do my best also to just go by their name that they use on YouTube, just like we did with the Bullhorn Betty case. I didn't refer to her by her real name. I think I did once, but I didn't mean to. I'm going to do my best with that, not to state their real names. It's going to be difficult because it's just all throughout these documents. But when I can, I'll say Barbecue Lady or Granny's Watching. And as you all know, I said this before with the Bullhorn Betty situation with the Proudfoots. I really don't like covering other YouTubers at all. But we had to with Betty because it was.
Oh, you don't like covering other YouTubers at all?
It was the Proudfoots taking her to court. And so the Proudfoots are part of the story. It's related to Sebastian and our ability to find the truth. And that's really the same situation here. This is essentially people that are defending Seth and investigating on Seth's behalf.
Investigating on Seth's behalf.
And so, and they are involving all three parents at different times are named throughout these documents for various reasons, as you're going to all see. So it is absolutely connected to the story. This is not just for, to try to attack any YouTubers or anything like that. It's nothing personal that way.
Don't worry. It's only going to get worse from here. We're not going to listen to them much longer. And then we're going to go on to the other plaintiffs. Like I said, it's only going to get worse from here. This is just a reminder of why I believe that the spins have been so intentional. And again, I believe this is why the emergency order of protection was filed for because the anti-slap, they knew that that clock was going to run out. The judge is going to make a decision. And ultimately, even if the judge makes a decision and they have to have more court dates, eventually this is going to get taken out. There is nothing here. Their claims are not supported by their exhibits. It's just not what they have made it out to be. You still have plaintiffs out here saying that this is a federal case, a federal RICO case, that there's multiple defendants. They've always added on defendants. In fact, the E's, let me find it. The E's did a whole fucking live stream saying that defendants were being added. They have intentionally misinformed people all along.
There's a lot of different creators involved here. You have something to say, Mrs. E?
Before you get started into the documents, we've had some membership gifting, and I just wanted to tell everybody.
Anna, you know you love it. Come on now. You know you love it. I'm just joking. You guys know how it is for me, though. I'm sitting there listening to all the fucking, like, the spin outs. Like, I'll be honest. Like, when I heard what Jay was playing today, I was like, holy shit, you don't spin out this bad what BJ is doing. I mean, she is spinning out without having in the back of your mind, there's a bigger reason why she's spinning out. She ain't spinning out because people are addressing her. She's done this the entire time. The entire time. For the last year, every time anybody says anything, she spins out. She's freaking the fuck out, and should be, because she is a plaintiff in this bullshit filing. She knowingly, intentionally, willfully became a plaintiff using a missing child alongside these, in my opinion, frauds. That's got to be a lot of pressure. That's got to be a scary ass situation. And that's why she's deflecting onto everything but wanting to talk about the filing. I doubt she's even fucking read it yet, if I'm being honest. I don't even know if she could read it.
Basically, that we really appreciate it. I believe it was Ginger Girl gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Ginger Girl. And she got a membership from Ginger Girl.
I'm going to say it loudly. If anybody thinks that these are your tickets to like YouTube stardom by getting involved and becoming a plaintiff and doing these frivolous suits, and this is going to be your big break and people are going to see that you're so victimized. In other words, you basically just crashed your own channel out. You ain't coming back from this shit. You don't get to claim RICO and racketeering against people because you have a personal vendetta and then come back from this. People aren't going to want to work with you. Your reputation is ruined based on your own bullshit. Nobody's going to want to have anything to do with these people. And I got a surprise for you up my sleeve tonight.
Please, tell her thank you. And thank you so much, Ginger Girl. We appreciate your support. And also Lady Tit for Tat, our amazing mod who does everything in the world, also gifted 5 memberships. So if you received a membership from her, please tell her thank you. And thank you, Lady Tit for Tat and Ginger Girl. That's really sweet for you guys. We are going to do our best.
Are you leaving?
Hello, Tony Mathis.
Hi, Tony.
We are going to do our best to stay on top of that. I don't want to interrupt him. So we'll probably take breaks periodically and acknowledge.
Anna, they could be blue light readers. A lot of times the blue light glasses when you're looking at computers and stuff are kind of oversized. Healing out loud, thank you. It was probably Am.
Super chats and memberships all at once. Right?
Yeah, what I think I'll try to do is I'll try to take breaks because it's divided into sections, everything here.
Yes.
So I'll try to take breaks.
So he's going to go in and read this. Let's just skip on. Let's go to the fun ones. So then let's go to, let's see here. Let's go to my favorite one. You guys know I love to do this. But before I do that, let me take you back in a moment in time. So on January 17th,
you're icky.
Evil CJ, who you guys know I'm not a fan of, came out after being buddy-buddy with BJ in the beginning of this case, and, him being boots on the ground and BJ using him for content, and they were really good friends. They were such good friends. They had a falling out. Typical. It was not BJ's fault. Nothing to see there. Nothing to do. Nothing to see. But CJ came out in January and dropped something of interest. I am going to let this play for a moment just to remind you what BJ was up to the entire time.
Dude, it's
before she became a plaintiff in this RICO filing.
just,
And that's what happens.
And then she says my name, like I said this and that and this and that. All right, look.
And I can't stand this guy, as you guys know, but he comes with a security chat. So, but I do find this fucking funny as shit.
I want to show you guys something else real quick.
He's going to show us something else real quick.
So these are some messages between us. All right.
These are messages between him and Brittany J.
Because I have to show these before you listen to what she says about me, because it's not right. It's not right. Okay. Because you're going to hear you're going to hear some of this stuff be discussed, and then it'll make sense once you see this. See?
You guys remember this? You guys remember this little song and dance? How many of you guys have seen this before? I'm going to take it back just a second.
Listen to what she says about me, because it's not right.
Trey takes a big old sigh.
It's not right.
It's not right.
Okay. Because you're going to hear a lot.
But when you were going on her panel calling me Lady LaDude and making veiled threats at me, where was that smoke I was supposed to get, CJ? That you knew everything about me. Where did that come from? Where'd that go? Where'd that energy go? This is CJ. This is evil CJ. CJ's crime concept, who was on the panel with BJ in the very beginning of this. He was out there, boots on the ground. He was associated with the RSO that was out there searching. He's the one that there was gunshots in the woods and he ended up missing his serpentine belts and everything else. Like, this guy's a fucking clown. But him and BJ were really close in the beginning of this until their fifis got hurt and they parted ways, because basically Seth Rogers had sent him a C&D, and then BJ cowered to Tony, and CJ was pissed because she didn't take up for him after he had been wrongly sent to C&D in his mind. And BJ was more concerned of getting accolades from Tony and Seth and, you know, the typical bullshit.
I'm going to hear some of this stuff.
Okay. So just so you guys can confirm, that's who it is.
Be discussed, and then it'll make sense once you see this. See, look at this. People are so nasty on this platform. No, we're good. I had a group of mean girls who go to all creators and many subs trying to turn them against me. I know this game. Blah, blah, blah.
I find this really interesting too, especially after Big Al just told us the other day that she told Big Al something to the effect that her husband had a problem with their communication, and then here she is communicating with CJ. I wonder if did Craig have a problem with CJ too?
She's already warning me that I get attacked like crazy. Setting up the heartstring. Oh gosh.
Yeah, and then you feel bad.
Like,
oh, look at this. Oh, is it BJ saying, I think we need to come together and go after them legally? Oh, not BJ going to other creators wanting to go after people legally. No, that couldn't be. BJ wasn't looking for any opportunity whatsoever to go after people legally, was she? Well, we know for a fact that her mod Yvette had called her local courthouse and made an appointment for Miss BJ to go down there and attempt to get an RO on Granny, but BJ just couldn't go through with it. Yvette set up the appointment and everything, pretended to be BJ, and then BJ couldn't do that. She couldn't do that. Hey, Breaking Chains, excellent live earlier tonight. Thank you.
Look at this. And then she's like, I think we need to come together. This is right in the very beginning, dude.
Oh.
Legally. Oh my goodness gracious.
This is right in the very beginning. She's saying, threaten to cease. I think we need to come together and go after them legally. Hang on. And I'm just like,
this is in January that he released these, but my understanding was this was back when those two were friends, so over the summer sometime.
Right?
Oh,
look at this right here. Thanks for coming on last night.
There you go. April 22nd is when these interactions were going back and forth between the two of them. So almost a year ago. Oh, River House, she has this. Guaranteed she has this.
Epic stream.
And I'm the one right here. We pissed Lady LaDude off big time. So, you know how BJ says that she never co-signed any of CJ's transphobic bullshit on her panel, that she giggled and kikied with them? Here is BJ in private messages to CJ calling me Lady LaDude. Yeah, so as soon as BJ inserted herself in this case and became buddies with creators, she was wanting to go legal, come together and go legal on people. Hey, Amber, it's good to see you. Miss Upper Thighs, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Welcome to the cabana, you guys. I figured some of you had missed this. That's why I pulled it out today. It was a very short-lived relationship, yeah.
And look, it's still the same. Just earlier in the day. Then, hey, later that afternoon, hey, we pissed Lady LaDude off big time.
BJ's so scared of me, it's not even funny, and that's reality. And I'm not just saying that to puff my chest. She's scared shitless of me because I don't back down, and I'm not interested in her fucking back and forth petty drama bullshit. I just have to go back to her being a useful idiot and becoming a plaintiff. That's it. But I thought it was very interesting that she was ganging up with other creators and wanting to go legal on people and mentioned Granny and me in messages to CJ early on. I've told you guys that BJ is so pissed off that I wasn't a defendant on that RICO racketeering. She's still pissed off about it. And she wishes she could.
Like
God bless, man.
She wanted me. She wanted me to stand up for her. She wanted me to do this shit, bro. Look at this. And then I'm like feeling all bad because she's, oh gosh. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm sitting here. I'm like, Eddie, I need to apologize for everything here. I'm like, look, I'm sorry you're getting the hate because of me. I'll stay off the show and chat so it doesn't disrupt your show. Just let me know when it's comfy for you. I apologize. She's like, fuck that. No way. Right? I'm the one, like, dude, like, you're like, come on, man. Like, what? I feel bad already. And then, like, I'm sitting here standing up for you, doing shit without your name on it, and then fucking, and then I'm sorry. And then I'm sitting here apologizing. I'm sorry. Did Nana get some hate because of me too? Like, I'm sitting there going, oh my God, like all this hate and this and that. No, you come up. Do not let these fuckers change our flow. No, Nana has not been getting hate. Or no, she said, no, Nana has been getting hate because of me.
Oh, shocking. Even back in April of last year, Nana was getting hate because of BJ. And Contessa that's referred to in here is me.
Even before the comments about Contessa, whoever Contessa is, I don't know. Because
shut the fuck up, CJ. You know exactly who I am because you made veiled threats towards me numerous times on top of your transphobic comments. And no, I am not transgender, but it doesn't matter. Once again, these people are fucking ignorant about using gender things and insults in that facet and how it is transphobia.
It was before me. It was before me, okay? It was before me. Look at this. Hey, this was 424. Hey, I made a community post. I just want you to know I stand with you proudly. These fuckers are not the see, and when you listen to her, you did, right? I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Listen to this. Listen. These bitches have been coming for me even before you. Did I not say that?
Damn.
Right, dude? Right? Okay.
No, she's just calling shots at you now because she can. I don't know.
Trust me, it's not your...
Oh, but she's not behind the scenes doing anything ever either.
Fault. Fuck that. Come to my channel. Don't let them keep you away. Creators are starting drama, whatever. Then she's like, I noticed these people are attacking you and I more than anyone else. And I'm like, what if I did that to her and she never talked shit on me? I get it. I'm sitting here like, I just want to, whatever we can do, right? And then I'm sitting here asking her, is this?
He's asking her about Steph, the dog handler that was outed, that I outed. Look at right here on May 11th. Hey, yeah, a lot of shit happening with that granny chick.
This person real? Remember her? The fake dog handler? Is this person real? Because she was like having her on and shit and, talking and this and that. And I'm sitting there going, man, this lady's creeping me out, bro. Like creeping me out, bro. And then she's like, hey, I was like, is this Steph real? Yeah. You okay? A lot of shit. Don't even spell a lot right. It's a space LOT. A lot of shit happening with Granny Chick. Dude, there's so many people that freaking go
Drama.
after her, right? So
yes, he did an entire stream in January outing them after she went after Eddie. CJ came out because he was in Eddie's comment section and BJ flipped out about it. Again, typical BJ fashion. If you support somebody that she has a falling out with and she says, oh my God, I didn't do anything. And if you're over supporting that person or just like offering them solace and like, you're not alone, she treated me like shit too. Then she starts publicly smearing all these people. She did it with Eddie and CJ. And so CJ said, game the fuck on and exposed her. But again, they were all in deep. But you see, in April, she was wanting everybody to get together and go legal on us.
when I'm showing you the message that I showed you, the one that she's really going after,
I want you to remember this when we go into her reasonings why she joined this filing, because that's what we're rolling into next.
Supposedly said this and this and this and this. Right here. I realized after she did what she did, I move on. And then when it comes to this, yes, she was getting bashed for a couple months. I don't know how.
Okay, you know how Revival, I'm glad I pulled this out. I wanted people to remember because again, I'm not interested in the fucking back and forth bullshit. Like, let them do that. The poor me, the fucking whatever they're doing now. It's fucking wild to me. It's wild to me. It is so beyond insane. The levels that they're going to now. She and her little crew are just desperate. I wanted to go back to why are the plaintiffs doing what they're doing currently? Because all of them are moving around like jackasses.
Fucking long. I wasn't paying attention, but I did notice she was getting bashed for a couple months before I came around that I can speak of. So I'm going to say 2 months before I even came. And the hate and she blamed me for hate from a specific person. I just didn't include that never bashed me. But that I shouldn't need to include that never bashed me for you to really understand and know what you're talking about before you say somebody's name and start speaking on it like it's fact and you have a screenshot to prove it.
Yeah, Amber, I caught up a little bit. But for me, the way my brain's been working through all of this is why? Why are the distractions? Because again, typically, yes, she does drama. She's just one of the plaintiffs. I get that. But why is it taking forefront? It's because of this filing. And it's because of shit like this that can be pulled out and shown. She was wanting to go legal on these people and just use Sebastian's name. 100%. This confirms she already had a problem with us calling her on her bullshit. She was spinning out of control back in April. She was looking for any opportunity. But then we're going to listen to, we saw her ask CJ, we should get a group of us together to go legal. And then come in October, she gives her reasonings for this. This is what's interesting because this is why they're spinning out. This is why the plaintiffs are going all over the place and spinning their wheels. That's why she's inviting people up that I've had nothing to do with to, do an exposure on me. BJ, before you invite those people up on panel, you might want to ask them to send you the ROs and the judge's filing that they actually have ROs before you invite them on panel. Their ROs aren't from me, but they're from that group stalking and harassing another private individual. So please, again, I encourage you, bring them up on panel, highlight them. It's just going to be another little mark in your killing of your channel, because those people you think are so amazing have ROs from the court, and there's a pretty significant, hefty response from the judge in that about their coordinated attacks on people. Have fun with it, though. Have fun. I encourage you.
These are screenshots, bro. So this, I'm going to play the audio for you. All right.
It's great that.
Absolutely.
I'll let y'all listen to it.
What?
Up to good. I would almost bet you could go down the list of the creators that I reviewed after BJ, and I bet they would pretty much all of them have similar messages like this that say, or Granny, whoever Granny and I reviewed, I bet she's reached out to majority of them and wanted to get a group of them together to go after us, because Granny and I kind of go back and forth. Like, she'll pick, if you look at our, and we didn't do it intentionally, we didn't even talk about it or talk in the beginning, but we both had kind of this, like, one of us would pick. She was really good on the Tony and the Nina Glass situation, and I was doing the dog handler. Like, we were all kind of going back and forth, but I bet BJ talked to a bunch of those people and tried to get them to go after us legally.
I'll let you, yeah.
What you're about to play.
You listened to it before the show, because I wanted to, before his son, you know, and I'm glad, again, thank God that your son's, you know, good, man.
KNS, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Let's roll into this. But just in case you just rolled in and want to see this once again, I want to show this really quick one more time. Right here. This was in April of 2024. KNS, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Welcome to the cabana. I think we need to come together and go after them legally. Hang on. Oh. So let's go to October 18th from BJ. Let's listen to her reasonings, why she joined this filing. So we know in April of 2024, she was asking CJ to get a group of people together to go after creators legally. We saw Granny and I were mentioned in their messages, which not shocking to anybody, I'm sure. But let's hear the reasons for why she joined this filing.
Pop up off the couch when I told you I don't want you in the camera frame. That's why I want you to go in there and lay down with your brother. It's getting late anyway. Hold on, guys, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I could have muted, but once again, I decided to weaponize.
Chaos at Mikasa, allegedly Brittany J. You have every right to defend yourself. We are so proud of you.
Oh, so proud. So proud.
Okay. Well, I can tell you,
this is the day that the filing came out publicly. And we found out, once again, just a reminder, that it was her mod, Kristen, that sent it to Molly and Patreon. Meanwhile, we also know that her mods, a few of them, signed NDAs. She claims she didn't, but her mods did. Make that make sense.
I know, right, Spicy? Let me just say hey to everybody, and then we'll talk, okay?
Okay, we'll talk.
I really don't know how I feel, to be quite honest with you. Christina, nice to see you.
And after we're done listening to this, we'll bump over to the other plaintiff, Bullhorn Betty, and remind everybody what she said her reasons were for this filing.
Mish, you don't know. I'll explain everything. It is on members only currently. For anybody watching, I'm not doing, and let me go ahead and say this, because for me doing members only chat the other night, they were saying that I did that to get members. I'm not doing this for members, okay? I wasn't doing it the other night for members either. Quite frankly, I'm doing this because I don't want to get bombarded with hate right now. Okay? So for the moment, the live is open for the public to watch. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. But I'm going to leave it on members only for a little while. Okay. Just so I can get out what I need to say. Because I know there are a lot of questions. I'm going to open up the opportunity. If you guys have questions, I'll answer in time, after we talk. I'll open up the whole chat for questions, I guess. Let me just do my intro, okay? Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. It means the absolute most to me that you all are here. If you don't mind, take a second, click that thumbs up. It means so much to me. And if you can, if you want to become a member, consider joining the green team. If you want to support the channel, my links are across the bottom of the screen, and the mods can drop them if you would like to donate to the channel. It's not expected, but it's always appreciated. I want to start out with saying that I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. I've seen all of the heartfelt comments. I've seen all of the love in Mr. and Mrs. E's chat. I saw the love, in various places. Hey, Justin, you have the link. It's in your messages. I have gotten several. Hold on, let me open this drink. Let me show this real quick because we don't need anybody. It's a Pepsi, okay? Hold on, do not come over here. It's a Pepsi, okay? Anyway, so there. So anyway, yeah, just thank you everybody for everything. I love you too, Margaret. Thank you. And Margaret, I messaged you back. I don't know if you saw it, but you were not locked out of the live stream. I promise you.
I just wanted to make sure everybody had context, so I'm going to bump it forward a little bit.
Okay, so today has been yeah, Seth, bless his heart. Today has been quite surreal. Today has been...
It was surreal. Her words for that day were surreal. No, never say never. I didn't. No. I mean, y'all, I could take all of the cracks, all of the fucking cracks that are looks. By the way, whoever's running in her chats and saying I demanded a FUPA showdown or a FUPA competition. No, I made a fucking joke in passing. Again, I never demanded shit. I don't care to see her fucking... I don't like this bitch, okay? It don't matter what she looks like. It has nothing to do with what she looks like. I can't stand how pathetic she is, how much she's using a missing child. She's just one of 10, though, or one of 10 to get all together. She is one of 10 plaintiffs using a missing child for their own personal vendettas and their own personal self-gain. That's it. I don't like her, but it has nothing to do with her looks. I don't care if I ever see her FUPA, anything like that. I've heard enough out of her mouth. I don't need to see nothing else. Her mouth said it all to me. That's it. Kathy, right? I know. I've been doing that for a fucking year, Kathy, according to her and her little buddies.
Nerve-wracking. Very nerve-wracking. Ben, we've missed you. Aw, hey. I started to message you. I was going to give you another day or two, and then I was going to message you and ask where you are. We've missed you so much. Thank you for coming in. How are you? I know everybody's missed you. Everybody's been looking for you. Oh, the Hatter's Madness. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I promise I'm going to make it worth it. Okay, I promise. We're going to be doing some Patreon lives this week. We're supposed to get one in, and then I'm.
And another thing, she has made a lot of money since becoming. Because her people refuse to go look for themselves. They refuse to go see the filing. So a lot of her people do believe that she is the victim, that she is telling them, and going back and forth with her. I will say that's what she wants. She wants you to go low. She wants you to do that because her people, the way they compensate is by throwing money at them. I have seen so much money thrown over the last 2 weeks based on hate, not because they support somebody, not because they truly believe in what this other person is saying or they want to do something good, but pure hatred. They are throwing money at creators based on pure hatred. It's wild to me. And it's not because of the support. It's because, they feel bad for her because somebody they dislike is doing something. It's wild.
I'm aiming for one a day, and one a week. But we will get there. I promise. It's been look, when I tell you guys that it has been a strenuous last couple of weeks, We have been working on this for, it's been a lot. And I have been trying to juggle research, gathering evidence, along with also being here with you guys every night, along with juggling my home life, right? So, you know, in the process, we got a live stream where I was very tired and sleepy. Well, that'll give you a good idea of why. Like, we have been, you guys.
So she used this whole filing as the reason she was tired and sleepy. What's the excuse now?
Thank you so much. We have been hitting the ground running, and you.
What was the excuse in the beginning of September?
Oh my God, you guys. Jesus.
I told you.
Thank you. Holy
Cheers
moly.
about
Thank
the
you
money.
guys. Y'all. We appreciate you, Ben. I hope you stick around and hang out with us. Look at all of this. Wow, Ben.
These creators, I'm going to say it, they know how to fucking work it. They do. They do the back and forth because people throw money at it. The bash for cash exists. It absolutely fucking does. And they know how to work it.
Ben gifted 5. Thank you so much, Ben, for gifting 5 memberships. And then we got, let me make sure I catch up. Let me see. And I will try to get all your comments too. The Hatter's Madness, thank you for becoming a member. Let me see. Ben gifted 5.
Revival October 18th.
5. And then we have Coco Honey. Sorry, guys. Coco Honey, thank you so much for becoming a member. You are amazing. Welcome to the green team, my love. Then we have R. Taylor. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I think you've told me this before. Is it Zaya? Which is beautiful. I've said that before too. Very pretty name. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. And then Triggered. Thank you, Triggered, for gifting 5. Guys, oh, so sweet. Thank you. Welcome to the. I just hit the spring, y'all. Sorry.
You just hit the spring?
I hit the spring on my microphone holder. I don't. Do you not have a spring on your microphone stand?
You hit the spring on your microphone holder in 1976. Come on, let's get real.
Yeah, right. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you
You
doing?
can do it better than me. Triggered, thank you for the 5 memberships. Guys, if you were gifted from any of these incredible people, thank you so much. Hey, SW, Samantha Joy, Britt, you're a part of the 2024 Truth Tellers. Bring justice for the people who are constantly shamed and bullied. We appreciate.
Wait, she's made 2 Patreon posts since this live stream? Only 2, Revival? How much is her Patreon? Can you see that? I didn't even, for some reason, I knew she had Patreon because she blamed Mal and I for trying to hack it. But I guess to me, I didn't even realize she had like paying members in Patreon. I don't understand that, you guys. But again, it's just multiple sources of revenue. They have Patreons that they get money from. They have multiple channels that they get memberships from. It's mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing.
Appreciate you, and you will never be silenced. Actually, I'm glad that you worded it like that, because that's kind of
Anna, right?
where I'm going to go with what I got to say tonight. So thank you so much. And yeah, I appreciate you, Samantha. That's very sweet of you. Justin,
I do not, Ben George.
what are you thinking, Justin?
Justin has hydraulics on his mic.
Ben, you can't go being a stranger like that now. You gotta.
Well, at least he visits you.
In other words, she's reliant on your money.
I mean, he doesn't even come to see me anymore, like at all. So that's
Oh,
right.
Ben, you in trouble.
I'm just kidding. So how you doing, girl? How you doing?
Oh my God. I don't know. I'm nervous. Cassie Roku, thank you so much. She says love always wins. Thank you.
And please don't take anything I'm saying like, of course, the support is amazing. You guys know I'm thankful for all of that shit. But I'm just saying like it is. I don't ever ask you guys to even hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate the support when you guys do support me. That's amazing. I'm not going to sit here. I'm going to do the same thing, whether there's 2 of us here, whether there's gifted, like I do the same shit and I have been doing it all along. Nothing's ever changed. But there is definitely a mission to their madness. And in my opinion, she thought that being a plaintiff in this filing was going to be her ticket to big money. Big money. And she knows the only way she gets money and support, it's not based on factual content. It's based on her being a victim. That's what she does.
Cassie.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
What do you think?
Reliant on it.
Well,
Meanwhile, we saw, again, plug for Granny here, because she deserves it. But if you can, go support Granny's legal fund. I'm going to ask that again. Because you see, in April of 2024, this, hoe was trying to get people to rally together to go legal on creators back in April. Then she took the opportunity of using a grieving, vulnerable father, their words, not mine, for her own fucking bullshit. She used a missing child and the grieving, vulnerable father for her own personal vendettas, and is costing the defendants thousands and thousands of dollars. And meanwhile, mocking them that they have to have a legal fund to defend themselves to the frivolous allegations being made by these 10 plaintiffs. Not one, 10 plaintiffs.
I think, I think it's just one of those things where, it's.
And if you can't support Granny financially, go over there and thumbs up those videos. Share those videos out when she's talking about what's going on. You can support without financially supporting too. And anybody that is going around still fucking saying to this day that, oh, if they would have just shut up. There was no opportunity to just shut up. That was never the game. Never the game here.
How, when I'll just bring up Betty, for example, it felt like it was okay to some people when it was Betty.
Yep.
But, when the shoe seems like it's on the other foot, it's a mess.
It is. Absolutely.
And I just don't understand. I was saying this on my channel earlier. Like, I don't understand why people just can't live and let people run their channel the way they want to run their channel. And then if you don't like it, then don't watch. Or if you don't like the way someone covers true crime, then do better.
1,000%.
Do better.
1,000%. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I just.
Oh, and BJ, I heard you're shooting a membership goal of like 40 memberships per live stream, basically trying to get 1,200 memberships. I wonder why you're trying to do that.
I mean, that's just the way I feel, because like the bashing and all of that, what does it do? It's, if you don't like the way you handle a channel, I handle a channel, Josh handles a channel, Mr. E, whoever, what does just going and like trying to bash a person do? It doesn't do anything for the case, because that's clear.
Bashing somebody, how is that a predicate act for RICO and racketeering? Anybody?
Clearly what the person says they have a problem with.
Yep.
And if they have a problem with that, then do better. Right? Do better with it.
Do better.
Yep.
Do better.
Why continue? Like, I don't know. I just don't get people to.
I don't even know how to answer this one, Mish. So,
and by the way, this is going to turn into a two-parter because there's just too much to remind people of the plaintiffs to get in one live stream. But it's important that we go back to the facts and the reason why all of these assholes said that they joined this filing and what they tried to mislead everybody that these filings were going to do. We've got Nick, we've got Betty, we've got Spanky talking about it, we've got more of the E's talking about it. We've got it all. And I think it's really important for people to be reminded, especially now when the plaintiffs are asking for an emergency order of protection and they're out here scrambling, telling people and misleading people to believe that it's approved and it's going to be signed off, just like this was going to be handled within no time, right?
So, Mish, there are aspects of this filing that, believe it or not, like this, I just want to let anybody know. I don't even know if people have this perception or not, but I think it's greatly, extremely important that people realize that not every aspect of the filing are we a part of, right?
And this is why we're here. Not every aspect of the filing. So it's pieced out, don't you know? It's not just one filing. It's just one little part. One person has a part here. One person has a part there. Mm-hmm. Sure, ma'am. How did that ever work out?
So I have nothing to do with Seth and Tony's.
Can you just start from the beginning about like what happened today? Because I think some people, it was like, what are you talking about?
Yes. Okay.
Maybe that's what we should do.
So today there was a request for an injunction filed.
Federal.
A federal injunction. Yeah, go ahead. You do it.
No. It's not a federal injunction. And you notice how it's a case that she's a plaintiff in. She is the plaintiff. Factually, she's the plaintiff. Spanky is not a plaintiff in this filing, but she can't explain the filing herself. She can tell you the reasons why she joined this and is using a missing child and his vulnerable, grieving father. Their words. That's what they told us Seth is. So I'm going to repeat it over and over again. She is absolutely, in my opinion, extorting a grieving, vulnerable father for her own personal vendetta against Granny and using a missing child also. She can't explain the fucking filing. She needs Spanky up there to explain the fucking filing that she is a plaintiff in. She signed it.
Well, no. I mean, you can probably explain it better than I can, but there's a federal injunction against.
Federal. It's never been federal. Never once. It's in the Court of Common Pleas. You can go look it up yourself. If you need the case number, let me know. I can provide it for you.
I guess it would be a YouTuber and a TikToker. I guess a TikToker. And 50 John
and this is when she arrogantly turns that camera on, and this is my favorite clip of ever. This right here is when she arrogantly turns her fucking camera on and starts nodding her head like she did something big here. She's done it all, you guys. Why do you think she's so desperate for the drama to keep coming? Why do you think she's so desperate for the victimhood status? Because this is falling on its fucking face. This filing, this RICO racketeering off the basis of a missing child and using the vulnerable, grieving father. And I do believe that they did. I absolutely believe that they used Seth in this whole thing. All of them. But I'm going to take that back just so you can see that pop on the camera because it's the best.
I guess it would be a YouTuber and a TikToker. I guess a TikToker. And
look at
50 John and Jane Does that are not, I don't know if they're publicly mentioned on that or not.
Where are these 50 John and Jane Does? Again, she's a fucking plaintiff, nodding her head to the shit. She doesn't correct him and say, no, there's only factually 2 defendants.
But, they're just, they line it out about from A to Z. It starts with literally the day Sebastian goes missing.
And they throw everything, including the kitchen sink, in there. But there's no direct correlation to the defendants impacting the search for a missing child or impeding the investigation, which is handled by law enforcement. And law enforcement has never accused anybody of impeding their investigation. So I don't know.
And it leads up to, for instance, people being harassed since, these groups coming in.
Is harassment a predicate act for RICO?
And trying to find Sebastian, pulling out group after group, pulling out since Sebastian.
What group was BHB and BJ part of? What groups? What investigative groups? Were they part of the 24 asses on the ground? I mean, I know their asses drag on the ground, but were they the 24 assets? I think you might have misspoke and said asses dragging on the ground.
Went missing because they're being followed, harassed, tire slash, all of that. And so
he right there, he throws in, this is another reason why, because the Terry Lynn shit. Terry Lynn was supposedly the one that had her tire slashed, but Terry Lynn came out and said the other day that she had one tire punctured with what they thought was a screwdriver. So, and that she's not a plaintiff or a defendant. Terry Lynn's not involved in this either, but she's got an NDA with this group. But Justin is intentionally misleading people to believe that had something to do with them filing this. It has nothing to do with it.
And then, it leads up into
Granny and Barbecue. I guarantee probably weren't anywhere around when Terry's tire got punctured.
Things, Betty.
I can speak 100% that Granny has never even been in Tennessee.
He's had going on, and it's really gotten off the track about. This is just my opinion, by the way. It's no longer about Sebastian anymore. It's been more, at least in my opinion, about trashing the parents.
Anybody want to take this one? Spanky. What does Spanky do on the daily? He trashes the parents of the missing child. It hasn't been about Sebastian or finding Sebastian since week 1 for any of these creators. It has been about trashing the parents of the missing child. And if you don't believe me, go look at his thumbnails, go look at the titles for his videos. Every single day, he has some sort of rumor, speculation to build upon to further trash the parents.
And, you know, like I was saying today, Brittany, when it comes to take Seth, for instance. Seth, let's make this crystal clear. None of the parents have been named a suspect or even a person of interest.
Oh.
So we have that. But then,
well, if that isn't one little bit of truth, still, the parents have not been named persons of interest or suspects.
take, for instance, Seth, who has not been named a person of interest or anything. He's actually even went farther than that and showed his timesheet and that he could not have been anywhere. Then he takes a lie detector test on national television to prove
he did not take a lie detector test on national television. We were given the results by a polygrapher from Nancy Grace's team. The test was not conducted on national television. And Chris and Katie, according to Robin Rogers' post on Facebook way in the beginning, stated that Chris and Katie also took polygraphs with the TBI and passed them. Seth took one with Nancy Grace. Okay, whoopty shit, move it along. What does this have anything to do with the filing? Can you tell me that, Spanky? Nothing. None of it has anything to do with it. The title of this video, again, comes into play right here. If you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit. That's been the entire theme of this filing. Am nailed that.
You know, a lot of the naysayers that he has, nothing to do with it, even on top of, authorities saying that there's no suspects or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, you can talk about the case. Talking about the case and having an opinion is one thing, but then once you, for instance, Seth was at work. We know that. We've seen his timesheet, took a lie detector test. Once that happens, it's out. He had nothing to do with that night. So why does people keep dragging this father who's done everything he can publicly to prove to the world that he has nothing to do with this? Why is he being...
Why is his focus to prove it to the world? Why is his focus to prove it to the world that he had nothing to do with the disappearance of his child? Why wouldn't that focus be to prove it to law enforcement? Who cares about what the world thinks of you unless you're running a public PR optics campaign? Why? Michelle, isn't that interesting? How that's just kind of slid under the radar now?
Dragged through the mud. I mean, just really, really awful things.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
and then,
100%.
and then it's just been people who have, who try to, who want to come out and speak out.
Kimberly, because in my opinion, this is solely my opinion, but he's got assets. He knows that this is bullshit. Justin is dumb as a box of rocks when it comes to what he portrays online. But that man has assets. He reaps the benefits of covering all of this. He's in the perfect position because people are throwing money at him. He has profited majorly off of the bullshit. He gets to cover all of this, but he has no risk. So he's dumb as a box of rocks, but he's smart in the whole thing of he protects himself first and foremost. So he's not going to willingly join something that he knows is fucking bullshit. They know this is bullshit. They're going to put on a persona to the public that there's something here, but he's not going to take that risk of losing his assets. He's going to amp these people up to lose their asses and assets if they have any. But he's already profiting majorly and reaping the rewards off of all of this.
They won't any longer because of the hate that they get. Take Bobby, for instance, right? When she went on JLRs. I mean, it was nothing but hate once she came out, and the neighbor said, "Oh God, sorry, I'm not doing it any longer."
Yep.
And then, you know,
Anna, on an intelligence level, I think he's lacking. I do genuinely think he's lacking. And the reason I say that with the intelligence lacking is because he's conniving. Absolutely. He's manipulative, 100%. But just because somebody is manipulative and conniving does not mean they're intellectual. He is maybe smart in nefarious ways. He knows how to put on a good public persona of he's this sweet, innocent, amazing, caring soul. But I genuinely believe he is lacking in the intellect department. And the reason for that is if you listen to him speak, right. He has to validate his own thoughts. He'll say something and then say right because he needs validation because he knows he's not right. So I would say he's definitely not Mensa material.
Betty's the I forget her name. Who was the lady that was associated with
Oh, Yaya.
Yaya? You know, she was in my chat earlier, and she says,
Or
you know,
Yada.
Yada, not Yaya.
yeah, I mean, she's gotten a lot of things, you know, and it's just been, you know,
Yada
why
had to
people
delete her
who,
Facebook page the
yeah,
next day.
mhm,
Very next
yeah,
day.
See, and the crazy thing is they like encourage these people. So the Yada interview happened before this filing came out. She did after the RO, after Betty got hit with that RO, Yada did the interview with Betty after Betty was already restrained by the court. They use anybody they can get their little hooks into for their own personal benefit. They use those people, and then they're the first ones to throw under the bus as soon as it doesn't fit their need anymore. Bobby, bullshitting Bobby, busybody Bobby. I don't know if Bobby has anything to do with anything besides being a completely nosy fucking neighbor who got herself overly involved and acted weird as fuck, but I think she's just weird as fuck to begin with. That's my personal feelings on that, but who knows?
everyone who is, it seems like everyone who's, if you stand a certain way and you want to search or you want to help, it's like, it feels like, you know, it's this campaign of hate.
When have you guys even attempted to go search? You went down there with pneumonia, Spanky. You put everybody at risk by going around being sick as hell. Your words, not mine. And then you didn't get out there and search, though, did you? You guys have all been there. Well, besides BJ. But when have you searched? And how is this impacting people's ability to search? Oh, there's been no searches.
At times, and I just don't understand why. You know, I have literally supported anyone who searches, no matter, you know, if we believe the same thing or not. You know, I've always, like, I've tried to keep it consistent in that.
Yep.
So
Yep. Here, let me catch this one real quick. I know she did, Nicole. I've got everything documented. R. Taylor said, R. Taylor, my throat's been doing this weird crap all day. I think I'm trying to get sick.
I've been sick all week.
I was trying to talk to Justin earlier and barely.
You guys will hear a consistent theme. I'm sure the sickness was called stress of what a fucking idiotic move you made.
Even had a voice. R. Taylor says, thank you so much, by the way. She says, find Sebastian Rogers, bring Sebastian Rogers home. Yes.
Yes.
And here's the thing, though, like, because when this first was brought to my attention,
truly, there could be, I mean, that's why I don't know anything really about Bobby or anything like that. When law enforcement comes out with anything, then I would be willing to like go down those avenues. Until then, I mean, again, I take us back to Tanya Cash. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Tanya Cash went missing in Pennsylvania when she was 14. She was groomed by a security officer or somebody in authority at the school. She was groomed out of her home. She was held captive 1.4 miles from her home for 10 years. And she was groomed. She went out in public in her own area and amongst people that didn't know who she was, but they knew somebody was missing. And finally, a convenience store clerk got her to open up 10 years later and she was rescued. But shit happens. Weird shit happens right under everybody's noses quite often. I mean, another one, Alicia Navarro, went missing from Arizona, was found 4 years later when she walked into the police station in Havre, Montana, and wanted to be taken off the missing persons list because she wanted to get her driver's license. Shit happens. We have no idea. And it's so ignorant for these people to continue to say that, oh, there's no possibility he ever walked out of his home. We don't know until we know. We have no idea. None of us do. None of us do.
What was going to happen? That was my question. I was like, how would me or any of some of these other people, because I see some of the comments. Somebody had asked, why am I taking part in a filing, and how does that have anything to do with Sebastian Rogers?
Here you go. She's going to explain that. Now, remember, April, she was wanting CJ to get together with a group of people to go legal on people. Here comes October. She's giving you her reasons of why this involves her.
I'd like to explain that, because
explain it.
Even though my situation has been taking place a lot longer, this all kind of comes in together because you have a separate situation, which is my situation, which all y'all know about. And then we have Sebastian Rogers' case, who all of us have been covering. And we have a group of people who have taken this case and used it as a way to bash others on YouTube. And so we have this situation where I'd already had issues with Granny's Watching, right? And then since Sebastian's case has started taking front street, it's become a major.
Again, I'm going to ask the question again. Is bashing a predicate act for RICO in the state of Pennsylvania? Anyone? And I asked this in Breaking Chains earlier today. If this was about protecting Seth in the investigation in the search for Sebastian, don't you think that they would have hired an attorney in Tennessee to represent them in Tennessee if Seth and Sebastian were the first and foremost thought of this? Why did they go to Pennsylvania? Oh, was it because they had an attorney willing to jump on this bullshit that they had access to for free in Pennsylvania? And it could also be, in my opinion, that Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth state that has some weird, intricate laws that they can get away with shit like this. Why did they avoid hiring an attorney out of Tennessee if Seth was the priority? Why wouldn't they represent the man that's the priority, right? Seth and Sebastian were residents of Tennessee, are residents of Tennessee. Makes you go,
talking point, and you basically used as a weapon to come against, and not just against myself, but many others who support Seth Rogers, to the point where, all of the creators that support him can't talk about, Sebastian. Or
so why aren't the other creators that are calling you out? Why aren't the other creators that have stood against you and the bullshit that you do to families included in this? If that was your reasoning, why? If bashing, so are you going to claim RICO and racketeering on all the other people that are calling you out on your shit? Asking for me, because I'd take your ass to task.
Or the case without having a live stream done about us the very next day. Our live streams are recorded. Our, anything that we post, whether it be a community post, is looked at.
And remember, the claim in the RICO and racketeering is that their lawful ability to search for the missing child has been impacted by the defendants. How are her live streams, who she is nothing in relation to this missing child, absolutely nothing. How does any of that have anything to do with the child or the search for the child or the investigation into the disappearance of the child? It doesn't.
Our words are critiqued. Our chats are critiqued. The subscribers have been attacked. And it's a situation to where I told you guys this the other day. Just think about it. As soon as Seth and Tony announced that there's going to be a vigil, what happens? You have all these people that start looking up everybody who's going to take.
Damn, that. When we get answers to some of these questions, I can't wait, because there's something here that we're missing, and it's driving me fucking bonkers. But why an attorney is willing to risk his career for this shit is beyond me. It is beyond me.
Take part in the vigil. They pull up all their names. They try to go, find out what organizations they affiliate with. Are they legitimate? Where's this money going? And to the point where a private vigil for a 15-year-old boy has become a circus show, and you have multiple live streams on the day that Sebastian's vigil taking place, and it's no longer about Sebastian and bringing awareness, something beautiful, a vigil where a lot of people are coming together. They have this awesome bike ride, even down to the shirts, Justin, were made fun of.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with you. You were supposedly telling us the reasons for you of why you joined this filing. So again, how does Seth and Tony being questioned about a vigil that you have nothing to do with? Again, you were not there. You haven't attended one. You haven't been a part of one. You haven't been a part of any searches. How is that the basis of you joining this? Can you land that plane?
That day.
What do you mean?
When they did the vigil for Sebastian, there was nothing that wasn't mocked or critiqued about that day.
Yeah, but that's people being petty.
People showing up. But that's the thing is, like, you have people that are literally going to the actual vigil that weren't welcome and recording it. My whole point of saying all this is, it's a problem. It's become an absolute problem.
Right.
And
it's a problem. It's a problem. I agree that some of it's problematic, but how do we go from a problem to it legally impeding your ability, you as a plaintiff, your ability to search or investigate the disappearance of a missing child? Oh, it doesn't. That's right. Just because you had a personal vendetta.
And so what do you do? What do you do? And if people say that this doesn't,
I tell you what you're doing. If you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit. That is the theme of what we have seen since September and before. When AtNight Media came in, it has been nothing but they've been trying to baffle people with bullshit because there is absolutely zero brilliance in anything that they've done.
Block or get in the way of the goal to try to find him. It absolutely does. It causes a big issue. And then you got to remember, not only is the people that are inciting hate against Seth, but you have their followers who believe every single thing that these creators are saying.
And it fits the shit so perfectly. It's unbelievable. Unfortunately, it fits it so perfectly. Again, though, BJ, how does any of that? Your followers believe you blindly, and that's why you have people that are still listening to your bullshit right now and thinking that somehow this is all going to pan out and you're going to come out on top of things here. No, it's not. No. When you had the opportunity and Yvette made the appointment for you to go to your local courthouse, and you couldn't do that, though, you couldn't show up for that. You were worried about what people would say about you. You waited for the opportunity, even though you'd been trying to gather a group of creators to go file legally on people in April. You wanted to wait for what? A missing child that you could use, a missing child's father that you could use.
And so then they go and perpetuate the hate and the drama even more.
And again, she is no different than Betty. Betty's personal reasons for this is because Betty's trying to distract from all the other bullshit, the legal filings and everything that she has gotten herself into. Betty's reasons for joining this as a plaintiff is because poor Betty is the victim of everything around her too. Same with all these other people. Julia, Christina, every single one of them. Every single one of them.
People are allowed to review and that won't change. No, people are allowed to review. People are even allowed to, well, let me read it off to be fair. People are allowed to review. That won't change. It's public posting. You're talking about commentary. Sorry, it won't. Public actions are allowed to be spoken on. Conflating these things to your issues. Nope. No. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it is a part of the.
Isn't that an interesting question that you bring up? If there is really 500,000 plus sitting for a reward, why not negotiate to have some of that money go towards the investigation, like the ground monitoring equipment? Exactly. Why not lower the reward to $200,000 if they even have that, and throw the other $200,000 at a ground penetrating radar?
The bullying and harassment. It's been perpetuated. And don't blame me for tying these things together. The people that are tying these things together are the ones that are actively coming against creators like myself who are supporting Seth. But to say that it's merely commentary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys are gonna see yep in this. She was all over the place. She was involved everywhere. Everywhere. She was up, and that's why when we brought awareness to the fact that she was scamming people in the community, it needed to get out there on a big scale because she was involved in so many different areas. Yep. She was over there. She was in every place.
That's not true at all. You're not allowed to sit there and call somebody a predator. You can't sit there and tell people that Seth Rogers, how do I even say this? Engaged in, relations with a child. Those things are being spoken.
That was said.
They
Oh,
accused him
I
of
got you.
sleeping with
Okay.
Katie.
I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. No, that's
And,
a lot. Yeah.
and then let's not forget Sebastian has been labeled as someone who is essaying
Right.
other
Yeah.
people.
I got to check it.
That's not commentary. I don't know if y'all have read
No, at the most that would be defamation, and it should have been a defamation suit if that was the case. Then they should have attributed that to the exact person that stated that, not just randomly threw it against all these people and never could directly quote Granny or Barbecue. They didn't quote Granny or Barbecue saying those exact statements in their filings. They did not. Is there things that exist from chats of Barbecue saying certain things? Yes, I've seen people post that. But again, in the actual filing, in the exhibits, those things are not attached. That's not even the basis of what they are saying. Again, defamation, they didn't go that way. And it would have been Seth Rogers solely. Even if Seth Rogers was defamed by any of these people, what does that have to do with the other plaintiffs? It doesn't. It doesn't.
Shout out to Mr. and Mr. E. They did an incredible job reading those documents. And if you guys were listening,
and she constantly, still to this day, misrepresents the fact that Granny said something about Sebastian. Granny repeated what she was told by their tip line, by Seth's tip line, by the woman that called her back. Granny repeated what that woman said. Granny wasn't saying that. It was what was told to Granny by Seth's own PI or whoever runs that tip line. That's what Granny repeated. And they keep saying, well, Granny did this and Granny said that. No, Granny repeated what she was told. Those rumors were started week number 2, week number 1, after Sebastian went missing, within the locals.
Or you've read them yourself. It stated in one part of that the things that are being said have very real consequences.
And I'm sorry, there is so much to fill in here, but I think that, and I'm talking a lot and cutting her off a lot, but it's because we've heard, we've seen, we know the bullshit that's been spewed, the complete spins that they've taken. And it's important to remind people of what is actually happening and what has been happening all along. Baffle them with bullshit.
Those prisoners were to have caught wind of what one of these creators were saying in regards to Seth, that could get him unalived. And it's blatantly false.
Well, and there are also special laws when it comes to the police force. He is part of the police force, and how you and what you say about someone who is an officer and what you do, just that can change things as well. There's that, so.
No, and as far as I'm concerned, so I don't even know how I say this. First, I need to clarify this because this is a comment that I've seen several comments, enough to where.
And once again, Seth Rogers is out on leave due to an injury. So they would have to prove that he intended on going back, and that would be harmful to him, which he has not gone back to work, to my understanding, at all since this happened. But then again, we don't know what we don't know. We don't know.
It concerns me, and I want to put this to rest. While I appreciate everything that Nick and his team are doing, I am absolutely not a partner to Nick and AtNight Media. That's not true. Taking a break from stream to say, hey.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. She's not a partner of AtNight and has nothing to do with them. So then why would her mods, people in her inner circle, be signing NDAs? Can anybody make that make sense for me? If she's not involved and a partner with them or partnering up with them or a co-plaintiff, which she is, why would her mods, not her again, be signing NDAs for this group of people? I don't understand this.
Missy, thank you. Thank you for all you guys are doing.
Missy.
Love you so much. Mr. E is going to have to gurgle with some warm salt water tonight.
Oh my God, I know. I got a headache from reading it earlier. And I just was like, guys, I gotta go. I did the live earlier I've been doing it all week for the Sebastian Roger, not Scott, Sebastian Roger. Quentin Simon case, pardon me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, a true psychic. Thank you, sweetheart, for becoming a member. You are beautiful. And Miss E also wants to clarify that neither are they. Okay. None of us are. None of us are. Not that I think that's a bad thing. I don't want it to come off that way either, but none of us are legally or we're not aligned with AtNight Media or Nick in any way more than a friendship. There's no transactions, nothing.
And I think
no transactions, no nothing. No transactions. Oh, Anna, don't get me started on fucking Mob Crew. That guy just, I don't even understand. Again, I will sit here and scratch my head until the end of time. It's something Am and I just sit there like, how have these people grown channels to, this size with baffling people with bullshit? I'm just going to say it over and it's straight up bullshit. But if you are convincing enough that you can run a computer or zoom in on things or Google something and have it break down some shit about lights, people will believe you. And they run to it and they're like, oh, this guy's brilliant. Listen to him. And 99% of the time, he's fucking wrong. Completely wrong.
And I think that should be put to bed as well, because after you've stated this, that's it. There is no payroll either.
No. Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
If nothing at all, absolutely. None of us. Look, we're a group of creators who have supported Tony and Seth and what they're doing, what their goal is.
What is their goal, BJ? What's the goal?
And
because nobody's out there searching for Sebastian. Let me be very clear. What's the goal? What's the goal here?
There's that. That right? I mean,
what is the goal? Can you even repeat it, BJ? What is their goal? I genuinely do believe Seth wants Sebastian home. But I believe he is so concocted. Well, not concocted, that's the wrong word. He is so caught up in the bullshit of those people around him. I mean, they've distanced him from people in his real life that he's known majority of his life. They have so much control over Seth Rogers that I don't even know if Seth Rogers knows what the goal is anymore. Currently, the goal seems to be smear Katie at all cost, smear Chris at all cost.
That's what it is. I mean, now to just for the sake of transparency, I do want to share with y'all that I did, and this is also another one that they can take in if whether they want to believe it or not. It doesn't matter. What matters to me is what you guys know and what the courts know and think. But I did not have any control over who and what Nick and his team decided to go against. Even if I wasn't a part of this at all, they were still going to file these I don't want to say charges. What would you call it? These complaints against Granny and Barbecue.
This injunction.
Yeah, but you were rallying people back in April to try and go at creators legally. Did you want to slip that one in there, BJ? That you were trying to rally people to go after creators and get a group of people together? You had nothing to do with it, right? No saying, right? Then why did your mods have to sign NDAs? If you didn't have any say in anything, then why did your mods have to sign NDAs?
A federal injunction. And this injunction it's
not a federal injunction. It'll never be a federal injunction. It's in the court of common pleas.
Federal injunction. And
you've
got Lesniak on there. You have attorney Bruce Castor, who is the former I can't even think right now, Secretary of State of Pennsylvania.
Oh, by the way, somebody asked me, and somebody actually sent me a text about this. Do I know? Let me segue here for just a quick, brief moment. You guys, I stay away from the TikTok shit. I know that there is something going on with a group of people from TikTok and YouTube creators that involves other people, and one with the loss of a child. I don't know, and I have intentionally stayed away from all of that. I'm sorry for the loss of her child. That is all I can say. I don't wish that on, I don't care if it's an adult child, a minor child, anything. I do not wish that on a single soul to suffer the loss of a child. No one. Other than that, I don't know. And I've intentionally kept it that way. I don't want to know the bullshit because, again, that is a distraction. She has nothing to do with this RICO racketeering stuff. I think it's an opportunity right now because there's so much going on and so much discourse and drama, intentional drama being created. I think she's taken an opportunity because there's sides on TikTok just like there are on YouTube. It's a part of the playbook that happens. It is no different than what we see on YouTube. TikTok is just a higher rate of that, and I stay away from all of that stuff. So thank you for reminding me to answer that. But I don't know. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't have any opinions, thoughts, because I am intentionally staying away from that shit because it has nothing of relevance to do with this filing, the plaintiffs involved in this filing, anything like that. She isn't a defendant, a plaintiff, anything to do with any of this shit whatsoever. It's just another sideline distraction. I hope that makes sense. If you have further questions, feel free to ask me. I know people were mentioning it earlier on in the live stream, but I watch mini cows and like animal videos on TikTok. Preston from Monkey See, Monkey Do, the cockatoo that runs around and says he's a bad boy. You're a bad boy and screams at everybody. That's, if you want to find me on TikTok, that's what it is. Other than that, it won't become anything over here. I just needed to answer that, and that's it.
He was also a Trump. I'm looking at his Wikipedia right now. He's an American lawyer and retired Republican.
Yeah, Revival, you're spot on with that. I prefer not to even talk about it because I don't have any insight, and I'm going to keep it that way. There's too much else going on with these filings and the distractions and all that other shit that we can talk about. I don't need to get caught up with the intentional distractions. That's my opinion on it. If you feel other ways, there's other places you can address that stuff with.
Politician from Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. He was appointed as the Solicitor General in Pennsylvania in 2016. Also the first...
No, babe, he is. Shut it. I'm going with him. I'm not coming home. I'm going with Chad. No, I'm not. But I fucking love that bird. I love that bird. I love that bird. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, TikTok, if you have TikTok and you need a funny, I'll go pull one up. I'll just go pull it up. God dang it. Preston's my favorite thing. I'll go pull it up because you guys will crack up.
Deputy Attorney General in the following July. Castro became an acting Attorney General less than a month later. He led the defense of the second impeachment trial of Donald Trump, along with American lawyer David Strogan. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Shaby, so do I. That's one of Kyle's best friend, Chad, the mini cow farmer. It's one of his really good friends. They have mini cows from Chad, and he's good friends with them. And so he's headed there as soon as we leave Florida.
I mean, they are
Love you, Missy.
They are taking this case, and I think that speaks a lot in itself.
Yep.
That speaks a lot in it.
Anna, Chad is Kyle's best friend who owns the mini cow farm. That's where Kyle's at working.
I mean, this is an attorney who led for Donald Trump, President of the United States. Okay. And I mean, I don't know how to make it any more clear. Right. You know what I mean? And I mean, these people, it's best to just like, everybody needs to chill out. That's the thing. Just chill out. Everyone put your egos aside and just chill out.
There I go again. Sorry. Scott Bulldog Mama. He said,
spring flip.
Yeah. Says you had to be a part of something to be listed as a plaintiff in these court proceedings. What do you mean? Like, are you saying that I had to be like a partner or something to be a part of this? No. So how do I even say this?
How do I even say this? I'll give you guys something fun to watch really quick. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. Quick little break, segue. This is Preston. This is the account's called Monkey See Monkey Do Ranch on TikTok. This video has over 85 million views. 85 million views. This is Chad's good buddies.
Look, you're not coming over here. You're not. Don't do Bentley, watch out. I gotta put my feet up. Hey, get out of here! Well, stop! Why do you want to fight? Why do you want to? Why do you want to fight tonight? Hey, I brought you home toys and a skateboard. Hey, quit!
I would fucking love this. I'd be having hollering matches with the fucking bird all day long. I would be fucking loving every bit of this.
No! Hey, you're acting like a cracked chicken. You're acting like I'm not running from you. You're acting like a cracked chicken. That's it.
Zach's just laying on the couch. He loves his dad too. Zach's the guy, and he just loves him. He's so chill for him, and the women he just is fucking asshole to.
Highest bidder gets you tonight. Highest bidder gets you tonight. You're out of here. You're out of here. I can't stand you tonight.
He's insane. That bird's insane. Hold on one more time. I'll find you one more. He's fucking insane. They have a kangaroo, dude. Hold on. Look at this.
You're not chewing on my shirt.
They have a kangaroo.
Go back to sleep. Go back and nap, man.
They have a kangaroo that wants to box.
Nice.
Say, just let me chew your shirt.
No.
Here, let him chew this. Give him that. Let him chew it.
Here.
What do you do with a goddamn kangaroo?
Gosh. Why are you trying to beat me up, man?
Why do you want to beat me up?
Chew your towel.
And then you rub your balls.
What do you have a kangaroo for? Who's got a damn kangaroo? They do. Hold on. Let me find Preston saying he's a bad boy. Oh, you want to see him dancing? Hold on. Let me find him. Oh, is this one? They have cows from Chad's. Is this where you put he's a bad boy? They have monkeys too.
What are you doing?
But they had 2 or 3 of them that would be that. They took two
Nope. Let me find the bad boy one. Hold on. Now you guys got me sidetracked. Give me a second. He dances too.
Are my green beans good, Preston?
He's such an ass. Oh my God, I would love this. I would love every minute of it. Hold on. Where is he? Oh, no.
Preston, I'm not playing with you. Go.
No. I watch this nonstop. I love these videos though. Hold on. Oh, this
Stop
might be
all that screaming.
Here he goes.
What are you gonna do? That's not nice. You want me to get your dad? What are you gonna do?
Casual art. They're really good friends with Kyle's best friend, Chad. That's where they get their mini cows, is from Chad.
You're gonna behave, is what you're gonna do. You hear me? You hear me? Are you gonna throw the ball?
He mocks them too, right, baby? I could sit here all day. Duchess had an ATV out for a kangaroo in her neighborhood not long ago.
You just needed a moment, huh?
Yeah, that's the Chad. Yep.
Just needed a moment. It's all right. We all have them.
You know how I figured it out? I'll show you guys. Hold on.
What are you looking behind you for?
He screams. I won't bore you guys with this, but if you are on TikTok, go watch this. So, see these minis right here? I was like, whoa, those minis look familiar. Well, wait, hold on. One day, I was watching Preston, and here's another mini cow. Okay, but she has pictures on her page. Right here is another one, but there's pictures. Maybe they're not up here anymore. Let me look. She's got pictures of the minis that Chad and I took when I was at the farm. Right here. Chad and I were taking these photos when I was up there. And I was like, hold the fuck up. How does she have pictures from Chad's farm? Like, how the fuck? And then I'm like, oh shit. That's not one of the ones I was there for, but that's Chad's farm. I know the fence and I know exactly where they are taking the pictures. I was with Chad when we took pictures of all these other ones. And I was like, gosh darn it. And then we pieced it together. And I asked Chad, I was like, do you know? And yeah, sure as shit. But yeah, anyways, quick little segue. Kyle's buddy knows everybody under the fucking sun. Oh, Dead. That's cool as hell. I loved that show when I was growing up. Dances with Wolves. Kevin Costner. I loved that show. Okay, back to this. Seriously, Preston screaming at us though. I know, a revival. That's what I was just saying. Like, I'd take the kangaroo box in me, Preston screaming at me all day over listening to these guys. Casual art, me too. Me too. Except I need earplugs.
I don't think you need to say anything.
No, but I'm absolutely not a part of anything other than.
I guess they're super fucking nice people too. Casual art. Chad speaks so highly of them. Like, he loves them so much. Those people. He gets really close with a lot of his people though, but he adores those people. Obviously, he's going to visit them when we leave Florida. So,
one of the people.
If I don't come back, I'm in Chad's suitcase going to visit Preston. Don't worry about me. Don't send an APB out. If I go missing, it's just because I went to see Preston.
That they were filing the injunction against just so happened to be a person that I have had a ton of issues with. And I was asked if I would want to be a part of this because, I mean.
Oh, Revival, by the way, we need to have a chat tomorrow about, I talked to Kyle. Remind me. You'll know what I'm talking about.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see what all's going on. It's been awful. It has been awful.
I know, Anna, right?
For the last, and these are reasons I'm going to list.
You guys want to just finish this later? We don't have to finish this. I think it would be good to open with this and segue into Betty, because this is still an hour long. Okay, you better not. Okay. We can finish this tomorrow though, if you guys want to. We've been here for 3.5 hours. We can watch a few more TikToks. Duchess made a few. And we can end it out with some giggles tonight and go back to this. We can do this maybe tomorrow night we can do it. I'm going to do the Valo though one tomorrow. We've got to do the Valo one. And then Monday, the Valo trial starts again. Okay. Let me see what else I can find here. Oh, see, here's another one of Chad's. Hold on. Let me show this one.
Yes. Worth every penny? Absolutely.
Look at the little guy. I have to post some more of the ones. Look at those little guys, though. Kyle sent. Oh, the members. You guys, I'll post it on regular so everybody can see it. Kyle, the ones of the little guys, the one that's sucking on the other guy's ear is so freaking cute. Let me go find that. Let me find him dancing. Let me find Preston dancing. Oh, is he dancing in this one?
You get possessed?
Oh, careful. Headphone warning. He loves his dad. I miss Ben.
We're going to church.
Can I show it, Dutch?
I know. Yeah, you possessed.
Zach's he's a big dude too. And he's just so fucking patient. Oh my God, look at that little baby. Oh, look at Preston and the dog.
May I help you? Like, do we got a problem? You looking at?
I miss Ben.
May I help you? Like,
We'll go back to the BJ shit later. We're all over it. We'd rather watch Screaming Birds. Oh my God, look at this little face.
Ooh, baby, do you know that's worth?
Oh, I miss the cows. I'm so jealous right now because Kyle's up there and I'm here. Look at that face. Oh, the fucking kangaroo. Look at this thing.
Come and hype me up. Come and hype me up. Come and hype me up. Please come and hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.
I'm scary. I'm sorry. I'm scary. I'd get knocked the fuck out by a kangaroo. I straight up, it'd probably be about as tall as me and just fucking knock me on my ass.
Hype me up. Hype me up.
He's trying to pet it, and the fucking kangaroo's like, "Let's box, bitch." Is he dancing?
She got you jumping off the deck, shoving in the overdrive.
Be sweet, here.
That's the monkey. They have like 6 monkeys or something. Let me find him. Oh, look at the monkey on the.
He's a $7 million bull rider. J.B. Mooney.
I've never seen such a thing. They have so many different rescues and they are so well taken care of. I don't even understand it. Oh, is this one where he dances? Oh, here he goes. Look at him dance. I don't know. What's the difference between a kangaroo and a wallaby? I don't know. Look at him dance. Look at how cute he is. If I ever go missing, chances are I pretended I'm an animal and asked them if they would rescue me. Don't come looking for me. Look at him dancing. He's got good rhythm. Go Preston.
Remy, what are you doing back there?
The monkey's watching. He curls up with Zach too. It's so freaking cute. He's mean. Oh, here he is. He's dancing again. Oh, maybe it is a wallaby, Anna. That could be. I don't know. I'll have to ask. I'll have Chad ask. He might already know. Look at all the pretty girls walk like this. Look at him walking. Yeah, you call the zoo first, right? Look at him. Go Preston. He loves his dad, man. It's the cutest thing in the world. He's just so cute. Aww. Okay, let me go over to Muffy. Is it considered an inverted? They have the pouch. I don't know. Let me find Dutch. Duchess has always got some bullshit going on over here. Wait, your TikTok name. Hold on. I gotta find it. I gotta.
White women are fearless.
All right, let's see. Dutch, did you say I could play that one? Can I play that? I get all of yours though because I'm on your friends list. So is it okay if I play that one? Is Preston single? I don't know. Preston's a handsome boy though. I got you, Duchess, but can I play that one? Are you talking about the one on your TikTok? I'm on your TikTok. Let's see. I'm not going to play the one. Oh, this one is what I'm talking about.
Bitch, your house stank. Bitch, your car stank. You do Lamar stank and you.
Yeah, that's the okay.
Bitch, your house stank. Bitch, your car stank. You do Lamar stank and you. Stank. Should take a shower with soap.
They're just pets, NJ. They're just pets. They're bougie ass pets, really expensive pets. Yeah, they're just hobby farm. Kyle's not in here. I've never heard of anybody milking their mini cow. Maybe certain breeds, but I don't know of the Scottish Highlanders. Soap, not mayo. You guys. She sent me that the other day, and I was like, "Oh hell, she did."
You know how old she was when you?
Hold on, let me grab another one. Duchess and TikTok.
You know how old she was when you started to date her?
Yes.
How old was she?
15.
And you were 23?
Yes, ma'am.
That's very dumb.
It's a lesson well learned.
Because in addition to everything else, it's a felony. You know how old she was when you started to?
Whoops. She did. She did that. This is why, if I'm not fucking doing mindless scrolling. Oh. Can I show the one of the outside? The docks and stuff, Dutch? It's so beautiful. It's so pretty. Yeah, they're amazing, NJ. They're big babies. They are seriously big babies. You've looked in, Anna, do you know all the different breeds? See, I don't know anybody that does milk theirs, so there's that. Okay, let me play that one because it's gorgeous. Look at this, the waterway.
It'd be nice to me to take it easy on ya, but nah, baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Being so bad got
So beautiful.
me feeling so good. Showing your worth like I know that I would. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Feeling inspired 'cause the tables have turned. Yeah, I'm on fire and I know that it burns.
Look at that, the water. It's just gorgeous.
Baby, finest. This is the way to kill. Tell me how I feel, but it's such a bitter pill. And yeah, I know you thought you had bigger, better things, but right now
There's the pretty girl.
cause the grass is greener under me. Brightest technicolor, I can tell that you can see.
In the handsome man.
And yeah, I know how bad it must hurt to see me like this, but
That's where she lives. It's so pretty. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, Anna, you know, well, that's the other thing too. Like a lot of people are like, why are they separated from their mamas? They're too little. They do a specialty breeding program. It's an amazing program, actually. It helps produce because they use dairy cows as the surrogates, and it helps increase their milk production. And it's safer for the minis instead of mini cows having, you know, mini cows. It's so much safer. The whole thing's better. But, you know, people are fucking weird and, oh my God, they're separated at birth. Yeah, well, a lot of calves are bottle fed. Like, it's just so stupid, but people get all worked up about nothing. Oh my God, they're separated. Yeah, Kyle takes videos when it's feeding time, when they're all like hanging out, waiting for their bottles too. Those cows have a better ass life. But let me just say this. If I could come back reincarnated as one of those cows and go to live in some of the homes that they go and live in, they fly to their homes. Those cows are pampered. There's the Husky fam. Have you guys ever seen the Husky fam? Hold on. Let me pull them up really quick, just because I'm rambling now. And this is another one of where one of his cows went. This is the Husky fam. They're on YouTube. Highly encourage you to go watch them. I'm not even subscribed to them. I'm surprised. So this right here is
come with us to.
That's Chad's farm. That's one of Chad's minis that they bought from him. But these little mini
Surprise Millie with her new friend. This is going to be his first road trip, so I was a little nervous on how he was going to do, but he had so much fun. I sat in the back with him the entire time and gave him lots of love and snacks. He even gave us this giant smile of a.
They love to show off their fucking teeth. They love to show their teeth off. It is the cutest fucking thing.
Approval. And when we finally made it home, it was time to introduce him to Millie, who was in the barn and eager to meet him. I'm so curious to see what she's going to think.
Millie's pretty.
Millie was a little confused at first, but she warmed up so fast. They won't get to meet nose to nose today because we have to follow a precautionary quarantine for 3 to 4 weeks, but we set up the barn so that they'll still get to see and interact with.
Okay, but hold up. Let me show you what has now turned into.
And it's for the way you look at me. Oh.
They built a freaking shower. They have an enrichment house just for their animals. This cow here that she's bathing right now came from Chad. Another good friends of his.
For the only one I see. He is very, very extraordinary.
He's clicking his foot.
Even more than anyone that you adore can love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than
Now you guys know what my algorithm's like. I watch all the animal videos. Anna, they range from, 10 to 40, 50, depending on the bloodlines, depending on the genetics and the bloodlines. But around, well, I think even some might go like 8-ish, but most of them are upwards of like 10 to 20, depending on the bloodline.
love can't make it. Take my heart. don't break it. Love was made for me and you.
Facial. Look at how cute they are. Oh my gosh, I just love them so much. They take care of them so well. They're huskies, of course. More bags. Oh yeah.
Ah, yeah. Candles burning low. Lots of mistletoe. Lots of snow and ice. Everywhere we go. Choirs singing carols. Right outside my door. All these things.
Yeah, $10, 10,000.
That's what Christmas.
I mean, look at him playing ball. They're so well taken care of. They're all so well.
Come back, draw for your bell bottom, black heel and frock. Boom, shakalaka, good boy.
Watch this.
Ew, tell them no, sir. Wine your body, wiggle your belly, dip and go down in a the new style. Wine and go up, wine and go down, bubble and a rocker to the new style around. Are you feel like it too? Are you feel whiny too? I do the boom shakalaka to the dancer.
I now you guys see why they have most of his cows go to houses that I would love to, like, I'd be okay. I'd be okay.
I can't be the only one who hears you.
Today we're making pumpkin.
I mean, can you say spoiled? Good morning, Alice. Look at the chicken. I seriously.
Today we're making a.
If I lived on a farm, you guys would never see me again, except videos of me with the cows or the whatever animals. They're the cutest freaking things. But they built, let me see if I have it. They have a whole house.
Today we finally get to give Millie and Milo a tour of what we've been working on over the past month. We're calling it the Enrichment House, a place where we can bring the animals to take a break from their normal routine. We partnered with Life Proof and their luxury vinyl plank flooring from the Home Depot to make this happen. And to start.
So they bought a property that the main house also has a secondary house, and they redid the secondary house just for an enrichment house for the animals. I mean, are you joking?
Start off the tour, I took them to where I think their favorite spot will be, the snack kitchen. They were both so excited to check things out. I can't wait to stock the fridge and make homemade treats with them. Next, I showed Millie their new bathroom. She really loves being pampered, so she wanted to make sure everything was up to her standards. We added a full pet wash big enough for her and Milo, and then I gave her a quick demo and we went out to test the Life-Proof flooring. It's completely waterproof with an antimicrobial.
Isn't it cute though? I mean, spoiled. I think so, Anna. I think that's what it is. Right? Yeah, Anna, for sure. Yeah, some of them end up in like Miami and shit. I mean, honestly, some of them have better lives than. Oh, look at this, by the way. Hank got his kennel. Today he felt really discombobulated though, because I don't put him in there. I'm just like leaving the gate open for him to go in and out and put teddy bears and stuff in there for him. Today, Kiki and Luna took over it though, but that's what we got him. he likes his little house. I don't want him to think it's punishment. I want him to actually relax and enjoy it in there. So he got his, but he's got so much room in there. But that's what I got. That's his little cage kennel thing. Right? Well, no, they live, Muffy, they have a barn. That's just the enrichment house that they have that they can take them in and out of. They live in a barn. They have whole barn set up. That's what they, if you scroll back in their thing, they have a really nice barn that's where they stay, and they have a whole yard and area. They have like the full farm. They just have a house that they can take them in and like wash them up and give them showers and stuff. Of course, they're not staying in there. They have an entire barn, but I think it's crazy. Look at him. Yeah. Walmart find really good deal on Walmart. Okay, he's just chill. He's just chilling. Huh, buddy? You just chilling in your kennel? It's got amazing storage too. Like it's really nice. But it opens from both directions. You can go out the side or the front. Yeah. That's what we got him. He's a big boy, huh? He's a big boy. Hank's Enrichment Kennel. Oh, good idea, Anna. I'll put one of my shirts in there so he smells me. I'm letting him just go in there and get used to it and hang out. I put some toys in there for him. Well, the cats, though, they took over it earlier. Like Kiki and Luna were hanging out in there, and he kept going over them. Right? I know. Right, Muffy? It's wild. It's absolutely wild. But yeah, it's actually, let me show you guys. Walmart. Free shipping. The drawers are really nice too. Treats, cat treats, dog treats. Kenzie can stack 10 high on each shelf. It's huge. And it was under $200. You think he needs more toys? No, Roro. He's got a whole bin plus a whole bed full plus a whole upstairs full. He's so spoiled. He's so spoiled. Walmart, you guys, free shipping, overnight shipping, and it was free, and it was $179. Might have been because I had a $20 coupon thing, but $179. There's the babies. Puts them in her crate. She takes them. We just wanted something that, like, comfortable for him to go hang out in and not feel like he was being punished in there. Shipping was free. You know me, I'm a stickler for a good deal. Anna, yeah. These animals are spoiled for sure. He's got 3 freaking beds now. Stupid. He's the biggest baby ever. He's such a big baby. All right, you guys. Sorry, we'll get back to it tomorrow. But it was kind of nice just to kind of veer off track. Muffy, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the island. Welcome to the cabana. It's kind of nice to veer off into La La Land, though, after listening to that bullshit. So to finish this one out, we will finish BJ, and then we will go BJ, Betty, Nick, and wrap it up to remind people. But tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if I have to move it because of difficulties, so I can make sure I'm there for Kay's story, because I really want to hear that. For those of you that didn't catch on to that, Layla was telling us earlier that Kresha will be doing a live stream tomorrow sometime talking about Kay's story. which Kay just testified last week. Right, Anna? Can you imagine? Can you imagine, though? I would take any animal. I love all the animals, all the different animals. Love them all. I'm not really a big fan of alligators, though, so I'm a little nervous about Florida. But everybody's like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You won't see any. And I'm like, I swear. Preston, right, Anna? Just put a camera up and just let them go. Duchess. Mosquitoes are probably going to carry me off from what I'm hearing. Muffy, thank you. Hank needs a revival. I could set up that little, well, I have the camera, that 360 camera, and just let you guys view him from that. I tell you what, the laps that dog runs around my house all day long. It's 9:15. He's ready for bed. Oh, let me show you guys. I mean, he wants to go. Good night, Muffy. He wants to go to bed. Hank, do you want to go to bed? Is it bedtime, buddy? Does the Hankster need to go to bed? Luna, are you ready for bed too? Are you ready for bed? Are you ready for bed, baby? Are you ready for bed? Yeah. You want to go to bed, pretty girl? Thank you for the kisses. Hank says, no, that's my mom. And then here's this one. This one's trouble. Smush, are you trouble? Oh, now he's going to bark at Luna because Luna's growling at him. Smush, are you trouble? She's always into something. What are you doing over here? Oh, there goes Luna smacking Hank. Let me get you this angle of the fight. Fighting over mom. Chaos. Come on, buddy. Let's go potty. Let's go potty before we go to bed. Let's go potty. Good boy. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go take my arse to bed with the puppies, but we will finish this. We'll do a part 2 of and finish out the reminder of why the intentional distractions and why I believe that all the drama is happening, because it's insane. And then we will do the recap going into next week of the Valo stuff. I've got it already laid out. We'll do it tomorrow. It'll be a good recap of last week because it was insane. We've got some insane things to watch. And then we'll just go from here. And hopefully this next week, the judge makes her ruling and the defendants get some answers, because this is chaos. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight and having some laughs. And I will see you guys tomorrow for sure. Get some rest, you guys. Good night.